Let me know if we're live, man. We're supposed to be live. I hope we're live. I hope we live. Y'all, let me know if we're live on YouTube. I'll be wilding. Yeah. Oh, it looks like we're live. Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the call-in streams, the show where we have you guys come into our Discord's voice channel and give us your hottest takes, theories, rants. Just ask us anything, really. It's a lot of fun, and we enjoyed doing it. We weren't able to get the calls yesterday. I told you guys we'll be doing a call-in stream this week. Trying to be consistent as possible with these. I know we typically struggle to get the calls on our regular Monday streams. We decided to create a dedicated stream on Tuesdays for calls. I do have a hard stop at like 7:30 today, just because the Knicks are playing. And it's the NBA Cup game, and we might actually win a chip in my lifetime, so that would be cool. But yeah, like the stream if you guys haven't already. For those of you that are new or just want to participate in this and haven't had a chance to, you would have to join in on. You'd have to become a Discord server member. So Warlord or Shichibukai or higher will allow you to join in and see the visibility on the call-in only entrance voice channel. Only Shichibukais or higher will have visibility on that entrance. You can also donate your way in by paying a $5 super chat or sending a membership in to somebody or for yourself. But essentially, yeah, these are a lot of fun. That way, you guys can give us your calls, give us your takes, ask us a question. It's going to be me and Larry today. The twins said they might come, but those of y'all that are not new to this channel know that was probably never going to happen. But yeah, these have always been a lot of fun for me. They've actually sparked really interesting theories. I think my Blackbeard theory that I think it has 1 million views on TikTok and Instagram actually spawned from a question that somebody asked in one of these call-in streams. So just know we're not just doing this for random hijinks or whatever. Sometimes they actually come onto the pod and become like a bigger thing. They sprawl into a bigger thing. So just know we wanted to engage more and more with you guys as a community. And this is how we do it. So again, if you guys want to participate, you have to become a warlord or higher in the Discord tier. Larry, I'll open up to you if you have anything you want to say to the people. I'll probably make an announcement while you do that on Discord to let everybody know that we're live.
Yeah, guys, what's up? How are you? One, I want to apologize. I haven't uploaded our recent episode just yet that we had yesterday, just because there was a lot of internet connection issues and I needed to edit it and make sure it came out better. And unfortunately, I couldn't make it happen. So the issues that we were experiencing yesterday is going to be the same issues you're going to find on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but now it's just going to be both streams combined, and I'm going to cut away the extra fluff that was in between those two streams of restarting it. So I apologize. It's not on my end and I couldn't do much of it, but thank you for being here. And I hope to hear a lot of the things you guys have to say. If you come with any theories, the only thing I do hope you do is make sure they're written out and concise, because sometimes we don't want them to last too long to the point where we don't get to all of the other people that want to call in. Okay, so just be mindful of your time when you're calling in. But thank you to Sebastian as always for heading this portion of the channel. So thanks, Seb.
Yeah, guys, like the stream if you haven't already. I know we did have some technical difficulties. If you guys are running into anything on our end for this stream, please let us know in the chat. I know I'm not the most tech savvy and I'm hosting, so I think we're good. We did the audio test and the internet seems to be fine. But if you guys notice any audio issues, please let me know. But yeah, we did get a $2 super chat from our guy Reggie J, who was super chatting a bunch yesterday, and I saw he became a Yonko on Discord. So thank you, Reggie. Truly, I think you're in the waiting room, so we'll get you in here soon. It says, "Oh, your beans on Discord." Laughing emojis, crying emojis. Got you, bro. Yeah, Reggie, you got to be new. I've been beans since day one. I've always been beans. For those of y'all that don't know, I am beans on the Discord. Larry's just Larry. But Larry don't ever respond to nothing. So if you ping him, Sorry, you ain't getting that. I typically respond. I'll typically respond. I'm in front of a computer almost all the time. We bricked up tonight. What we talking about, Prince? What we doing? What we doing? How do we call in? The real law. You'll have to join in as a member in the Discord, and then you'll have to become a tiered member of Warlord or higher, and that would allow you to see the visibility on the call only stream entrance voice channel. And then once there, we drag you guys up. Somebody can gift you a membership. You can donate a $5 super chat to get a guaranteed spot to call in as well. Well, it's not always guaranteed technically. Only guaranteed spots are people who are server members. But in general, you can get gifted, you can gift, you can donate. But yeah, pull up if you can. The real law. We'd love to hear whatever you got to say. Theory, rant, question. Let us know. Yep. All right. We got 2 callers waiting, Larry. Let's get Reggie J in here, man. Reggie, you there? Reggie, if you speak and you muted, bro. We can't hear you. You super chatting, but you not speaking, bro. You live. What's going on?
Oh, I know y'all with me on there, but how you doing? How y'all doing?
I'm good, man. How's it going, bro? Thank you for all the generosity. You've been donating like crazy recently. We appreciate it, truly.
Yeah, thank you,
No,
man.
no, of course, no, of course. It's been overdue because I've been watching it for a long time, but work schedule, couldn't watch y'all live. Had to watch the replay. You know what I'm saying, laugh about it because y'all boys is hilarious, man.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah. What's your theory?
yeah,
Question? What's going on? I know you love Naruto. You can ask us non One Piece questions if you want to.
I got you. Because the thing I was supposed to do too, I was supposed to ask Larry and see actually our points of why Naruto doesn't have conquerors and to start off there because you know what I'm saying, Law and Larry's already off rip said hell no. You know
I
what I'm
don't think
saying?
Larry
But
said hell nah. Did you? I think it was Lionel and
he didn't
Lawrence
say
that
hell
said
no,
hell
but
nah. Yeah.
basically, but
Um,
Larry like, nah, clean off. Wait, sorry.
it's debatable. I don't. Naruto does
Like,
have. How do I say this in the correct way? Naruto has like the never give up, which is definitely Conqueror's like, right?
yeah,
But what I find with Naruto and his ninja way, it's more about the philosophical aspect of Naruto and his accomplishments leading to the philosophical challenge of like facing hate, which is not necessarily like a person he has to overcome. It's just the world's perception of love and trying to end a cycle. And I think you do need to like be somewhat of a conqueror in order to do that, but it's not like a title, right? Like in order
right.
to be a king, you need to have like a title, and that title is to be king of said category. And when you face hate, which was his ultimate battle, it necessarily wasn't a title he would gain from it. I think Hokage was a dream of his, right? That's the other title you
Definitely.
could say to counterpoint that. But the Hokage aspect, it wasn't what it wasn't the
You good?
important goal, is what I'm trying to say. It's not it wasn't the important goal of the show Naruto. It was just him recognizing he had to face hate and overcome it. And that's why he was the prophecy child of it. I don't know. I could be wrong.
No, no, you good because you said it before. It's like a different path, like it's a whole different realm. Like, and it's okay to be honest. But we got kid having conquerors. And I'm sorry for people. I don't want them coming at me, but this kid, because the kid had me going crazy on the channel. But I'm sorry. To me, he's trash. But that's personal opinion. To somebody else, he's goaded. But the kid got conquerors, bro. And then the hockey thing, I'm watching the old stream just before that, but I don't know. But that's how you got for the Naruto conquerors thing.
Yeah. To me, Naruto could very well be a conqueror, but I've always envisioned conquerors to include much more people than just like the top tiers and like, you know, some of the most legendary figures in the series. Like I've always said, I think Sanji could unlock Conqueror's Haki once dudes like Cat and people with lesser ambitions than others were conquerors, just because they were like larger than life in general. To me, there are moments where Naruto does have an indomitable will, right? Like his ninja way, like I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna become Hokage. Believe it. Like
Well,
the never ending like need or desire or journey towards making sure that Sasuke comes back to the village. Like there's things about Naruto that does bleed conquerors or scream conquerors, and then there's things about him that tells me like maybe not, right? Some of the decisions he made or how he faced adversity at times, they weren't the same vein that I would typically get from some of the other conquerors that we see in One Piece, right? So I've always been he could get it. Like he's more likely. Like I don't have the same thought process that Lawrence had yesterday or that they've expressed on the pod. But to me, it's like a 50-50. There's elements of him that I think really highlight it, and there's elements of him that I think really don't. So being the main character of his series and achieving the goals that he's sought out to achieve tells me that he probably would. And in general, as much as we be shading Naruto, he's pretty legendary in general, right? So if I had to guess, I'd say yes. Also because I think Kishimoto and Oda are really good friends, and like
yeah,
I think
two Pokemon go together.
he like respects Naruto probably much more than some of the One Piece community does on average, right? So I'd say Naruto's a conqueror. If I had to put money on it, I'd say yeah. I would say yeah.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys for doing that little the little hand gesture, the little emoji I sent.
I got you.
Like you remember, because
You know,
me and my homeboys, that's an inside joke, bro. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna change my
Okay,
tune.
what's good?
I think he does have it.
Well,
This is a
I think
legendary
he,
moment right here. Go
I
ahead.
think he's a little bit emotional, but I do think he
Agree.
has it because there was this one moment where he was talking to Obito and it was showing that no, what did Naruto say? If I might be wrong on the quote, but he tells Obito that it's better to walk in front of people and to go the hard route of teaching them what it means not to hate than it is to walk over your comrades in order to get to that moment. And I felt like that was a clear indicator that he was a conqueror because one, he had to lead people, and two, even when him and Sasuke were like looking at each other in their dreamlike world where Sasuke was looking at Naruto gain all these people behind him, he overcame the villagers like hating him and then them embracing him. People came to his side willingly, and that was a lot like Naruto, a lot like Luffy into some regard, where people just wanted to rally behind him. And not only that, I do have to give some credit to Naruto because when he was fighting Sasuke at the Final Valley, he could have ended Sasuke at any moment, but he chose to hold
Thank you.
back because
Thank
he
you.
didn't want to murk his friend and
Come on.
he fought at his level. So when you look at it from that aspect, I get the whole anxiety thing and I get the whole love aspect of Sasuke. That's not very enjoyable to people, but I can see that Naruto has a lot of conquerors like qualities that Luffy actually has. So I think I'm gonna switch my tune.
Okay. Yeah, I'm at it. You're not gonna get as much Naruto shade on these streams when Lawrence isn't here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
No, that's what I'm about to
one
say.
more,
Go ahead.
one more.
Yeah.
I think one of the most important elements of Naruto, and this is where I knew most likely Naruto was really special. When when Naruto switched from going, yo, I have to save Sasuke to I have to save the world from hate, Sasuke became included in that because that's ultimately what Sasuke represented. And when Naruto had to get control of the beast inside him, who was fueled by hate, he had to also face the person that hated him the most, and that was himself. So he sat in front of the falling river that was on that ancient turtle that him and B went to train to learn to control Kurama. And Naruto faced himself. and he overcame his own hatred. And I feel like Ichigo hasn't really done that to a degree. I think Naruto has. And I feel like that's something that Luffy would also be able to do.
Okay. Well said.
Listen, no, that is well said. I appreciate that. Listen, if y'all need help against the twins, I got y'all. Cause they gonna whoop y'all behind when they see y'all.
Listen, they be all right, man. They
They
be all
go,
right.
no, for sure, definitely. It's all love, of course. Hey man, I appreciate that. I'm gonna save time for the others. I feel like I took forever. I ain't gonna lie, but
Nah,
it's
it's
better than my first
perfect.
2 times on here.
Wow, that's perfect, man. We appreciate
Definitely.
it. Definitely pull up again. We'd love to hear more from you. And again, guys, it doesn't have to be One Piece questions or takes. We're topped, right? We're not just that One Piece talk anymore. Y'all can ask us about any anime, any show, anything, really. Me and Larry
Let me
are
talk.
in pop culture as much as we can be, or at least we try to be. Larry more so than me. But yeah. All right, bet. Reggie, have a
Oh
good
yeah.
night, bro.
You too. Thank you. All right, guys.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Ooh, my bad. All right, we got a couple super chats sitting, so I'll read those real quick before we move on. But W Reggie. We got another 5 from Reggie. It says, my B missed that one, laughing emojis, but I'm tapped in, hashtag no trauma dumping. Listen, y'all can trauma dump if y'all want. I'd do it. But like, be funny about it. You know? I try to keep it funny. Another 5 from Jada Rude. It says, I wonder if Shanks was forced to do something like Harold before the Sea King bit off his arm. I don't know. I don't know if Shanks ever actually elevated, right? Like it didn't seem like he ever elevated from the what's the first level? Shallows Covenant to that next Deep Sea Covenant. I don't know if he ever actually elevated like Harold did. Harold was like elevated and then immediately asked to do something and then triggered by Emu, you know? I don't know if Shanks ever elevated his status to be able to do so because he seemingly was about to be and then they didn't because he disappeared. So, yeah, I don't know. Larry?
Wait, you're saying that Shanks already had the Shallows Covenant?
Did he not? He has some sort of tattoo on him when we see him with what's his face? Gabon, right?
Was that not the same tattoo that Harold had when he became a holy knight? I
No,
mean,
so
the god of
I was under the
devoted to the
impression,
god?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he had that same he signed the Shallows Covenant with them and got that tattoo, right? And then they're both devoted blades of God. Like you have to have that Shallows Covenant to be a devoted blade of God, right?
I thought that was just the tattoo. I
Yeah,
thought that was just like, hey, like I'm a devoted blade of God, but I don't have any of the covenants.
no. So to me, if I'm remembering this correctly, Harold still signed the shallow, like he still got the Shallows Covenant. That the devoted blade of gods get the Shallows Covenant. It's the like after you've been a devoted blade of God for a while, you get to the Deep Sea Covenant where they bring you in and then you give you immortality and stuff, right? So like to me, Harold and Shanks both had that covenant and they both were devoted blades of God for however long. And then Shanks, before he could get to the Deep Sea Covenant, left the Mary Joie. And then Harold, in his ignorance, was like, "Oh yeah, bet I'll fill in. I'll do whatever y'all need me to do." You know what I'm saying? So like the question was whether Shanks was ever forced to do something. I don't think he was ever in position to do something because even though he has that tattoo, he never had the Deep Sea Covenant to get actual controlled by Emu in that way.
I'm
Oh.
starting to feel like I don't understand anything about the Holy Knights or these covenants
I don't
because
get what you slipping on, bro. I really don't.
I don't get it either because I swear. So the way I thought about it was I really thought the tattoo was an initiation to say you're a part of our group. You're blessed with certain uh blessings like entering our land, learning what we're going to do, and then once you get to a point where you're like trustworthy of this false god, we can offer you 3 covenants based upon what we want you to do. That's
Okay.
what I thought it was, but now you're saying the Shallows Covenant is given through the tattoo from Rip.
Yeah, so I think you get the Shallows covenant from the jump as when you become a devoted blade of God. Like once you're a devoted blade of God, you're already in the covenant to them. You're just not gifted with power. It's like prove to us that you're down with the set further. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I think I'm just like all over the place with it.
yeah.
So
What was it? Yeah,
yeah, never
indeed,
mind.
you are now a trusted weapon of the Holy Knights, a devoted blade. It's an honor. The covenant has 3 stages. The Shallows covenant is but a mere trace of a bond, but the Depths covenant and Abyssal covenant are reserved for only 13 exclusive individuals who can enter into a contract with the true God. So it's like you get the tattoo, you're with the set, but you're still on the outside of the inner circle. Once you get past, that trial run, then you're in it. And then we're giving you real power to make change and all the stuff. At least that's my understanding of it. I hope I'm relaying that correctly. But yeah, so like with that said, Shanks and Harold were already Shallows Covenant wielders. They ain't getting no powers from that. They ain't getting nothing but trust. And even trust is a finicky. Yeah. Yeah, it can be a bit confusing. I don't blame. It's a new structure here. You know what I'm saying? It's new. All right. Yeah, I don't think Shanks was forced to do anything from Emu. Toby, what's up, bro? How's it going, man?
What's up, bro? What's up,
Yo,
Larry?
Toby, you like my breakdown about Naruto, bro?
Yo, it was beautiful, bro. I'm proud. Proud.
Yeah, I'm funny, man. We did get another gifted membership from Daimyo Dial. So Dial, I did see you jump into the call waiting room. We got you into the call in stream as a result. So thank you, man. We'll looking forward to hearing your words later. Another 5CHF. I'm not sure what that is from Tobias. Toby, is that you? It says, "Let the real law join with this. Love y'all, TOPT, and the community too. Keep chucking Haki with the heart emoji." Yeah, the real law. You got a specific shout out. I don't know what your name is on Discord, but if you can, please pull up to the call waiting room. That super chat will get you a guaranteed spot because somebody highlighted that they wanted you specifically to join. So I know you were asking about how you can join earlier. Pull up. Just let us know in the YouTube chat or something what your name is on Discord, or at me on Discord. My name is Beans. So yeah, looking forward to hearing from you. And then another 5 from Dizzy BBL. It says, "Hi, Nika's theory is wild. Morgan's is a Lunarian, King's brother, hiding by using his albatross fruit. Thoughts?" Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm going to say no, but I can't disprove it. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty wild.
It's a no for me, bro. It's
pretty wild. I just don't know what
I
the...
actually don't need to sugarcoat it, bro.
Listen, I said no. You can't disprove that, though. What holes can you actually poke in that? You know? We also got a couple of Nakamas and Warlords and Yankos join the ship. So Hanzi Zoro, welcome as a Nakama. Panda Pansy, welcome as a Warlord. And Blessing Shrine, upgraded their membership to Yanko status. So thank you and welcome. Enjoy all the emojis. All right, let's get our next caller in here. I know Mario was the next person I had seen waiting. So let's get Mario in there. Mario, you there?
Yep.
What's going on, man? Talk to me.
Yo, that's good. That's good. I missed the last week one, so I was like super depressed. So I was like, I get up early for this one because like time don't be crazy.
What time is it by
But
you,
I'm not.
bro? Well, I don't know where you at.
Time is like 6:40 in the morning right now.
Oh wow. Where do you live? If you don't mind me docking you, or what's docking?
Oh, it's Malaysia. I live in Malaysia. Asia.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for
So
joining, man.
I have a theory about Blackbeard.
Okay. Talk to me.
There's like
hold on,
I have two variants.
Before you get into it, what's the name of your theory? I know Larry likes the names of the theories thing.
Oh. Blackbeard's secret devil fruit.
Okay.
there's two parts. I would say there's two parts, but like two ideas that I have. One is like the yami yami is not actually the yami yami. Like you know how like Luffy's Gomu Gomu is like actually the Nika fruit,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and like Blackbeard yami is actually not the yami, but it's something else. I think it's a paramecia called the Void fruit, which like it can like absorb stuff into it. Because like from what we've seen so far, Blackbeard attacks has been mostly absorption type, like liberation, black hole, all those stuff are like absorbing stuff into like his darkness, like his void, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's using that as a disguise for the yam yam, because like we already know the gum gum fruit real name is called the Nika fruit, right? So like
Mm-hmm.
if someone was able to like disguise the Nika fruit as like the gum gum fruit, why not the yummy as well? Like he like someone to like rewrite it and put it as like the yummy. Like I don't know how, but it's possible, right? And like we already seen devil fruit that are different but have similar features or like ability, like bond clay ability with like the one from the Blackbeard pirates, like the kitsune.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are different devil fruits, but like they do the similar thing. It's like they can disguise themselves as the other person, right? And like smoker fruit and like Caesar's fruit, different, but in like they're like similar in a way, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Um.
And like
Keep
yeah,
going. No, keep
is
going.
there any? All right, I think the fruit is awakened. That's why it's able to like take Whitebeard's devil fruit. It's like we always wonder how was he able to eat two devil fruit at once. Like we like because like we never actually see him eat Whitebeard's devil fruit, so he could like hide the fact that his yami yami is like the void fruit, and somehow or some way it's awakened. That's why like he can permanently take devil fruit from the user, because like Whitebeard just died, like it's fresh death, and we know like the devil fruit doesn't transfer right away after it died, because like we see, I think it's like 2 years later Ace's fruit only appeared in like somewhere near Punk Hazard or someplace. That's how Doflamingo was able to get it, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
think Blackbeard fruit was awakened, called the Void fruit, and it has the ability to take the fruit away. And I think in the final battle, uh, somehow Blackbeard is going to reveal that to like the public and takes Luffy's the fruit away. So like he has to fight him using only Haki, like pure Haki. And I think like that would be a good, how do you say it? A good symbolism to like towards Luffy finally surpassing Roger as like a pirate, because like Kaido himself said Roger without Haki was able to conquer the sea, right? So like it would be fitting for Luffy to do the same, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like without his fruit, he has to fight uh someone like Blackbeard, extremely devil fruit reliant people with just Haki and beat him. And I think he can do it because like up until that point, Luffy's gonna have like a very strong level of Haki. I mean, it's end of story. Like he's gonna have all those Haki packs. And I don't think if Blackbeard continue where he is right now, just like collecting devil fruits, I don't think he can get anywhere if he wants to like use his Haki. Like he probably still have like basic, like that's it. Because like we never see him use like Rio or anything. He's
Mm-hmm.
just too devil fruit reliant in my opinion. Well, so what do you think about that?
Okay. I don't know if I subscribe to the notion that the Yami is a hidden, like it has a hidden name similar to the Nika fruit. I think
Yeah, okay.
I agree with kind of everything else you said about like Blackbeard needing to do these things in order to reach top tier levels. Him taking away Luffy's Devil Fruit, Luffy surpassing Roger in Haki as a result of his battle with Blackbeard. Like I like all of those ideas. I'm just not sure I'm aligned with the Yami Yami not being what it's actually called. For a couple
Yeah,
reasons.
that is
The biggest reason would be if you're gonna do that again, it needs to be another god fruit, in my opinion. And I just don't know that I like that.
okay. Yeah, that's fine.
And then secondly, Blackbeard like studied this fruit, and what it seems to already do in its base form allows him to do the things that you would want from that fruit, right? Take away other people's devil fruits, possibly even absorb other people's devil fruit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe you're right about the awakening having some secondary power, which could be, people mentioned it could be the key to defeating Emu or whatever. But I don't know that Blackbeard would also recognize that this fruit is some other actual fruit, right? Like if Blackbeard knows whatever he knows about his father's history and his plan through his mom or whatever, through the Davy clan, whatever he knows, whatever he seems to know, he targeted this fruit. And then when he got the fruit, he went out of his way to say, "Yo, this is the darkness fruit." If it's some secondary fruit that he was actually targeting the whole time, and he knew that, would he not say it then? Like I don't know that he would be okay. I have to go by this original name or its fake name that I know isn't real to Ace, who I'm about to take out. Like I don't know that he's thinking that many steps ahead to try to make sure people don't know the name of the fruit. So to me, I think it's just the darkness fruit. But all the other elements of what you said, I agreed with. I just don't think the fruit itself is like has a second name. And if it did, it would need to be some ode to a god in the same way that the Nika fruit is, right? But that's me.
Yeah,
I don't know if you have any thoughts on that one, Larry.
No, I don't have any thoughts. I mean, the Yummy Yummy could have another name if it's supposed to be on the same tier as, Luffy's Devil Fruit. Then I think it's completely possible, man.
Normally, these things go the other way.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And like that also goes to another version of this theory that like the Yami was already awakened from the beginning, the moment Blackbeard got it. Because like you said, like he researched everything about it, right? And Kaido said the only way to awaken your devil fruit is like your minds and body catch up with the devil fruit. So maybe like because of that external knowledge he has before obtaining the devil fruit, like he was able to like get used to it as fast as normal people. And like he probably awakened it like I don't know, a few months or like maybe like a few months. Gotta be a few months in it. So and like his awakening ability extend to like permanently or like temporarily take the devil fruit from the user.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my other part of it. I don't know which one I don't know which one to like say, so I'm just gonna use the boy one and see how you guys react to it.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate it, Mario. Definitely.
Yo, before I go, I want to ask Larry one question, yo.
What's up, man?
Why do you hate Marco that much, bro? Because like from what I've seen, I go back to like watch the pod, like from episode 1. You are already slandering Marco, bro. On episode 1, bro. I want to know
Why?
Yeah.
Oh man. I wish there was a simple answer, bro. And that wish has been granted. He's just not good.
Okay.
He's just not good, bro. His Haki-less feats have become
Ooh.
very apparent. The destruction of his crew was obvious. I think in every aspect he has failed his late father. And even in the time of need, he did provide, but he wasn't. I don't know. Maybe I don't know, bro. I just feel like he was just. It's just I just can't see. It's just Marco, bro. Like you look at him and he is what he is, man.
That's a wild answer, but alright, I feel you. I feel you, bro.
All
I
right.
feel you.
Mario, have a good night, man.
Have a good night. You too, bro.
Oh, actually, good day. It's like 7 a.m. for you. So have a good day.
Yes, it's
bro.
nearly 7, bro.
Yeah. All right, man.
Good.
I gotta stop getting people out of here too. Is Marco slander valid, y'all? I don't know, man. I feel like it's just not. Put a poll up. Like most One Piece communities don't hate on Marco like that. But we did get a couple more super chats. We got a big super chat, Larry. We got 48 CHF, which is equivalent of $50. So thank you to Tobias. It says, use this for any call-ins. Excited to hear what y'all have to say. Always a treat to listen in at work. It truly makes my day much more enjoyable. Love to all of y'all. With a heart. CHF is Swiss currency. Okay, cool. I'm not going to remember that. I'll try to do my best to do so. But thank you. Oh my God. We really appreciate it, Tobias.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Switzerland, huh? Okay. Throw the W's in the chat for Tobias. I hope I'm reading your name right. It cuts off for me. Like I don't get to see what it actually is. But thank you so much. Throw the W's in the chat. That'll open it up to 10 additional callers. So y'all, if y'all want to speak on the call and you're not a Warlord or Yonko yet, please pull up to the call waiting entrance. We currently have room essentially based off donations for like 13 people. So pull up. We'll get you in here. And yeah, say thank you to Tobias for being so generous. All right. We got another 5 from Reggie J. Reggie, seriously. Hey, X Reaper, I appreciate you, bro, with a laughing and crying emoji. And facts you can't take away from greatness. Yeah, man. People try to take away from greatness too much. I know I slander Naruto a lot. I'm sure that was in reference to Naruto. It was greatness for a time. Right? And even the stuff I didn't love or watch, like a lot of people did enjoy it. So, yeah. Another 5 from Reggie J. Blackbeard be carrying around Don Julio, Hennessy, and Casamigos. Listen, bro, he got a heavy drinking crew. He got full-blown alcoholics on the crew, and they're pirates. They're the most piratey pirates in the game. You know what I mean? So you got to drink to get active sometimes. You know, some people need that liquid courage. Blackbeard seems to be one of them. Sometimes. And then another couple, $2 from Reggie J. Marco retired to be SpongeBob's crib. Oh my God. Then another 2 from Jada Rude. Marco healer that don't heal and blames you. Oh my God. I don't know why, but I read that as like a video game lore, video game culture. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, shout out to Tobias in the super chat. I see a couple people pulling up to the call waiting. I'm gonna get you guys in here when I can. But first we gotta get to the oh wow, we got 20 gifted memberships from Villain D Jews. Villain, thank you so much. Y'all so generous today, man. We really appreciate it. Throw the Nakama fist up for Villain in the chat. That'll get another few in here, man. Jeez, bro. Y'all so generous, man. I love that. This is probably my favorite part of the call-in streams is that y'all be doing this to get other people to get a chance to call and give their takes and theories and things. So it's really the community engagement I wanted to see from y'all. And I love seeing that, bro. I really do. So thank you, Villain. I know you typically pull up to the streams yourself to give a chat. I'm wondering if you're gonna pull up with your dog, Villain. Would love to hear from you, bro. But thank you. Throw the knock one fist up, y'all. And another 10 from Villain. It says, out with my dogs. Can't wait to listen back, Nikas. Thank you, man. Shout out to Villain. I don't remember the other dog's name. I don't remember how many other dogs you have. I just remember Villain. Maybe it's Juice. I don't know. But yeah. Like I said, guys, that's gonna put a lot of you guys in the opportunity to join in on this. So 20 memberships, 5. We're at 13. That gets to 18, and then that's 20. So basically 20 open slots based off of donations. So thank you guys so very much for all you guys do. And if you guys are available, pull up, give your take. I do have a hard stop at like 7:35. So only the guaranteed member, only the Warlords and Yonkos have a guaranteed spot in the call-ins because they pay monthly on the Discord itself. But I do have a hard stop at 7:30 because I'm hosting a watch party for the Knicks NBA Cup tonight. So let's get to some calls. And then another 10 gifted memberships from Philip. Billy going
Yo,
crazy,
villain,
bro.
bro.
You going crazy.
Yeah.
You going
Thank you,
crazy,
villain.
bro. Jeez. Thank you. Throw the knock 'em fist up, man. Please do. All right. Let's get Mello RS in here. I think he was the next person whose name I saw waiting. Mello, you there?
Hello, you hear me?
Yeah, and I saw you became a warlord today, I believe. So welcome. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I did.
Yeah, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you, man. Alright, so I got a theory I want to talk about.
Okay. What's the theory called?
Yeah. It's called the Moon Princess.
The Moon Princess theory. I like it already.
Yeah. Alright, so should I just get going?
Yeah.
Alright, so it's to do with Nefertari D. Lily. So we know that before she came to Alabasta, or she didn't go to Alabasta, before she sent that message, she got the initial D. She got the will of D. My theory is I believe that she went up to the moon and somehow got the will of D. I don't know how, but she got it from the moon. And the reason I believe so is because there's so many connections throughout One Piece where it links to her going to the moon. So first, I believe like when Cobra was talking to Sabo about him having the will of D and that he should tell Luffy, Sabo had a flashback about when he was a kid with Luffy and Ace and how he was telling Luffy and Ace like, what does D mean? Why do you guys have the will of D? Or not the will of D, but why do you guys have D in your name? And they said they didn't care. They didn't really care. They just knew they had it. And then Luffy was like joking about saying, Sabo, if you want it, you can have it as well. And started calling him Sadibo. I think that's important because I think that's a little tease to show that anyone can get the will of D if you like through some sort of way, the same way Nefertari D. Lily got it, and I believe it was through the moon. So the reason I think so is because we know that Emu said that Lily was the reason for all the poneglyphs getting scattered around the world,
Mhm.
and we know that the poneglyphs are an unknown material. It's an unknown material. No one knows what it is, but so I think that material had to have come from the moon. We also know that the Kozuki clan had a lot to do with making the poneglyphs. So I believe she had went up there either with them or they had already gone there and created them, and then Nefertari D. Lily went up there as well. But I believe they are somehow like related in creating or scattering them. And the reason I think so is because of Toki. Toki came from 800 years ago. So we know that she's already relevant to the Void Century, and she must have known something back when Lily was created. She was really interested in Wano, and the Wano is related to Kozuki clan. So either I believe she came from a country and knew about Nefertari de Lily and wanted to know more about it, because so she wanted to go to Wano to learn about the Kozuki clan because she knows that the Kozuki clan is related to Nefertari de Lily in creating the poneglyphs, which is obviously my theory. But I think she's also related to, or like somehow related to Nefertari de Lily, not by blood, but just related in a way, because she had created a song, or she had sung a song with that guitar back in Wano for Hiyori, and she named it the Moon Princess. Who else other than Nefertari de Lily could be the Moon Princess? That's what I think. And I think it makes total sense.
Okay,
So that's it.
so
That's around
no,
it.
I really like it. I guess my question is, do you need to go to the moon, or can she just be the representation of the moon? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's true. I have no idea.
Mhm.
I have no idea. But that's just the theory that either she went up to the moon or she's a representation of the moon. I just think she's extremely linked towards it. And we know Toki, like in her final speech before it got burned down, she kept on talking about the moon and how like
Mhm.
the dawn of the
The
moon before the
dawn,
sun
yeah.
comes. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So like she was, and it just makes, it's just these sudden connections that just make total sense. And the fact that then it being from it doing something to do with the poneglyphs, them having an unknown material, it just I don't know, it just makes sense. It's a cool theory that I just figured out.
Okay. No, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool, man. I'm trying to think if I have pushback. I like it. I definitely like it.
Yeah.
So, would you be saying she's like still alive on the moon? No, right? She just went.
Probably
Okay.
not.
Okay.
But I think she was the moon princess,
Okay.
which is what Toki had like said through a song that she was talking about. And Toki also wanted to go to Wano. Like there's so many of these connections. And we know that Kozuki had also created the poneglyphs in a way. So that's why I think the Kozuki clan did it with Nefertari D Lily. And then that's I don't know, and then that's also just shows a representation of the D, because we know how D is opposing of the world government and all the celestial dragons. And obviously Imu hates the poneglyphs and she hates the mistake of her scattering them. So it just I don't know, it just makes sense. And Toki coming from 800 years ago, like I feel like there's who else would the moon princess be if there is a moon princess?
Right.
Like, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess the only other person it could be is like Vivi, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah,
but Vivi,
but
Nefertari, Lily,
yeah,
it makes
like,
a lot of sense.
it would be her
Yeah.
reincarnation of the same person. Like, what you think,
Yeah,
man?
exactly.
I haven't heard that thought process like from anybody. I kind of like it.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it for two reasons. One, the moon princess being Toki is what you were saying, right?
not being Toki, being Lily,
Oh,
but
being
Toki,
Lily.
yeah,
It so the reason I love the theory is because Lily has to have some connection to Wano because of the poneglyphs being made, and
exactly.
Emu saying because of her mistake, the poneglyphs were scattered across the world.
Yeah,
And the only way she could possibly be involved with the poneglyphs is if she had a connection to the Kozuki and Wano 800 to 900 years ago.
yeah,
So that's
exactly.
really nice. And then when you look at Toki coming from Wano, I forgot specifically what family she's from, but I think she's part of the Amutsuki daimyo family.
Yeah, something
But
around
she
that.
didn't know much about her homeland. So I don't know if she directly lived in that era, but she was living during the Void Century.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
if it had to deal with the moon, and that's why the poneglyphs are indestructible, that would make sense because the closest thing to being indestructible is sea stone, which also comes from Wano. So maybe it's like a material made from the moon mixed with sea stone.
Oh, I actually didn't think of it that way, but yeah, that makes total sense as well.
And then it makes even more sense. It's because if the ancient kingdom happened to be the civilization that was 200 to 500 years more advanced than whatever Vegapunk was doing, and he still couldn't replicate certain technology, that means that somebody with Vegapunk's Devil Fruit also had to have built that society to what it was. And to me, that makes perfect sense. Why? Because on the moon, Vegapunk never went there, from what we know of, but there
Yeah,
are space pirates with the insignia of Vegapunk's head. So if that
right.
is true, that just means that the ancient kingdom also is linked up with the Birkins from Birkin City, and the Birkins were the ones to somehow hand those materials to the ancient kingdom so that these poneglyphs with their alliance with Wano could be made. And not only that, it's even crazier because when you think about it, it was probably a barter system for the Birkins on Birkin Moon City. They had to come down to the Blue Sea to get supplies. So if the people on the Blue Sea who happen to be the ancient kingdom was like, "Yo, if you do this for us, then we'll take that from you and then we'll give you whatever you want." And that happened to be a connection to whatever previous Vegapunk that was there. So it's like I could see the connections all coming together and it sounds crazy.
Yeah, it sounds really crazy. I don't, there's so many connections just throughout, like all of One Piece that just lead to it. But we'll never know until the end, obviously. But yeah,
Well, yeah, we appreciate you calling in, man. And I know you just
yeah, thank
recently
you.
became a warlord. I hope you stick around. We'd hear more from you,
Yes,
bro.
yes. All right, thank you guys. Yeah, I've been waiting for a while to talk about this theory. I keep on
No,
missing the
I
couple of
hope we
streams.
fulfilled you, bro. Pause.
Why
Yeah,
you
of
say
course.
it like that, bro? All right, man. Have a good night. All right.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah,
Have a good
thank
one.
you, brother.
Yeah, see you.
Ooh, almost.
Damn, that was a
That was a good
fire
one.
theory.
That was.
Yeah, he had my brain clicking.
Hmm. We got a couple
The
more
moon-
super chats. Yeah, I like the Moon Princess, man. My
the
only thing is
moon
I thought he was gonna be like, yo, she's still alive and she's still the Moon Princess. I was like, hold on.
Nah,
He
he
ain't get
could.
there. Yeah, he ain't get there. All right, we got a couple super chats I gotta read. I actually missed one from Reggie J. It says, my Nika. Yeah, I slipped up too. Oh man, y'all too funny, bro. Don't do that. Y'all gonna get me caught up. We got another 2 from Ultramix. Worst number, 6'7" or 6'9". 6'7" stuff's pretty annoying. 69 can be cool. Another 5 from Reggie J. Reggie, you're so generous, man. So much. It says, damn, no invite, Seb. Laughing emojis, crying emojis. LOL, enjoy the game. Hashtag no parlay. I might put a parlay in. I might put something in. Game's always better when you got some money on it. And another 5 from Wise Life Gaming. It says, what's up, fellas? What would Roger think about Garp's grandson being the man he was waiting for and not his own son, Ace? F-bomb Larry, hashtag uppies for Sebi. I think he'd be sad about Ace's passing, right? But I think Roger would laugh at the notion that it was Garp's grandson that ended up being the one to do it. Because Garp is such an adamant Marine and has chased him for so long and is one of his friends / rivals. It's like, oh wow, I tried to inspire the world to be this thing, and this kid that wasn't even alive when I made that speech and just so happens to be the grandson of one of my rivals, and it's Garp of all people, is the one that's gonna be the one. So I think Roger would get a kick out of it, personally. It's like one-upping Garp again, even in death, if that makes sense. Right? All right. Let's get the next caller in here. Let's go with Daimyo. Daimyo, you there?
Yo,
All right, what's going on, man?
hey Seb, hey Larry, how you going?
Chilling, man. I know you donated to get in here. We appreciate that, bro.
Thanks for having me on. I've been watching you guys for a few years, and yeah, excited to be on here.
All right, cool.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, you have a theory, question, rant, something you want to get off your chest? What's going on?
Yeah, so I've got a theory about Emu. So I've just been like interested in Emu's power and like what it actually is. So I came up with a little theory about it. If you guys want to hear it, it's
Yeah.
called the Awakened Abyss Sovereign.
Okay.
So, full name Rona Emu, one of the original first 20 kings from 800 years ago, is strongly implied to have received the perennial youth surgery from the Ope Ope no Mi. This is the operation that grants true immortality and extreme regeneration. It's spelled out by Emporio Ivankov in chapter 1086, who directly suspects that the past Ope Ope user performed the surgery on Emu, allowing the person to rule from the Void Century to today. Everything else we've seen is one single, overwhelmingly awakened mythical Zoan devil fruit, pushed to its absolute limit over 800 years of mastery. Think about it. How can one fruit produce a huge variety of techniques when awakened and refined? So Luffy's Nika fruit started as a simple rubber, then gear 2 to 4, and after awakening in chapter 1044 becomes Toon Force. And then Law's Ope Ope no Mi, he's got room, teleportation, personality swaps, silent blade, shockwaves, internal surgery, all seemingly unrelated, but all from one fruit, tied to spatial control. So Emu's fruit works in the same way. One core concept, domain over the abyss, that branches into a massive toolkit. Here are all the feats, all from the same awakened fruit. So full demonic transformation, the massive winged demon with a tail and fire-eating mouth that fights Sabo in chapter 1085, and the smaller winged version while possessing Gunko in chapter 1150. Black magic circles that open portals and rain down giant cannons on Elbath in chapter 1150. The floating pentagram grimoire that creates dark matter dagger and double barrel flintlock. Domi Reversi, so Papa Demon conversion on Broggy in chapter 1150. And full submersion, turning rocks into a demon in the Godbrother flashback. We also have body possession and projection, overriding Gunko, and also forming on Saturn's back. And then we also have the 3-tier Abyss contracts. Every single one of these techniques or powers use the exact same black circles, dark tendrils, and pentagram visuals. It's unmistakably one awakened power. Even surviving being slashed into multiple pieces by rocks in God Valley and instantly reforming is just the mythical zone's monstrous regeneration boosted by the immortality surgery. Now, Emu's Conqueror's Haki is on a completely different level. A single burst that can knock out thousands of battle-hardened Elbaf giants across an entire battlefield in Chapter 1150. Clashing simultaneously with advanced Conqueror's Haki of Roger, Garp, Rock, Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido during God Valley. And even sensing Joy Boy's Haki from Egghead in Chapter 1122. So, obviously, this Haki isn't from the fruit. It's purely the result of 800 plus years of continuous training and real combat experience. No one else in history, not Roger, not Rox, not Joy Boy, ever had 8 centuries to refine their willpower and Haki. That kind of time turns elite Conqueror's Haki into something that feels godlike. So bottom line, Emu isn't a collection of powers or some primordial deity. They are a single awakened mythical Zoan user who has more time than anyone else to master their fruit and forge the strongest Haki the world has ever seen. Yeah, that's it.
Spin, man. I like that. I like that. The Awakened Abyss Sovereign. I'm trying to, because I don't know too much about like pentagrams and all the like what comes with that, or at least the lore behind that kind of activity. I'm trying to think of like other things that he would even be able to do with it, but I just don't know enough, you know?
Yeah. At first I was thinking, could he be have multiple devil fruit abilities, and something to do with the Opio no Mi stops him from dying from having multiple fruits, but then they just seem all too connected to be separate. So that's why I thought it was one like awakened fruit.
Larry, what you thinking?
I thought it was dope. Thought it was well explained too. I mean, I don't really have any pushback. It's just what happens in the story. Like, does this transfold the way he's saying, or does it? You know what I'm saying? But I mess
What are
with
your
it. Though.
thoughts on like? Sorry, what are your thoughts on like his Haki, and like it's just a thing of time of training?
I'm not really sure. I don't really like have much thought because I feel the same way. Like I don't have much thought about the pentagram situation, and I don't really know what Emu's power is. So, I mean, either way, bro, I think it just goes either way.
Yeah, so
I think anybody's theory is close.
yeah, like the training of the Haki to get to this point is the one thing where I'm like, it's not a pushback thing. I just don't get the feel from Emu that he trained to do anything. If that
Why
is
not?
that, I don't know why, but I don't get that from him or them.
Yo, everybody in the show has had to train, bro.
Listen, I don't know, man.
Everybody.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like the devil fruits that he got are so broken. I don't know what's going on with him, man. Maybe he's something else. Plus, he seems to be a cheater, right? Like he going about this in the cheating way.
I
I
can't
don't
agree
know.
with that. I think you could cheat and still be a
You think Blackbeard out here
person
training?
trained. He need to be. That's why we look down on him.
But so what you're saying is to get to that point, he had to train at some point.
Yeah, if you have Conqueror's Haki and you're doing what you're doing, you have to train it. You can't just be like, yo, I'm OD from jump and now I could topple people like Roger and Garb easily. That's crazy.
Maybe he's combated some like powerful enemies in like the time of the Void Century or leading up to today.
Maybe.
Like
Probably.
he fought Joy Boy. He had to fight Joy Boy, bro.
I'm asking, are we getting the Emu training arc? Did that happen? Did that happen
I
for
hope
Emu?
so. I want to
know
feel
what I'm saying?
bad for Emu.
The Emu put the work in, hit the gym, lock in to become a top tier, or did he find his way there somehow? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure it out.
I want to see Emu being a slave.
I don't want to feel sympathy for Emu personally. I don't. We might at
I
some
do.
point. I don't want to feel
Bro,
nothing for
make
that
me
dude.
feel bad for the real hero of the story.
Oh, okay. But Daimyo, I really did enjoy that. I liked how thought out and how processed you were when you were explaining it to us. We appreciate that. I know Larry's always like a big proponent of like preparing and having notes. You definitely took the time to prepare something, so thank you for that. All right.
Yeah, man. Thank
No
you.
worries. Thanks for having me. Sorry if it wasn't very clear. I was a bit nervous.
No,
It's my first time.
no, you're good. You're good. And I know you donated your way in. If you want a guaranteed spot like that, become a warlord or hire a Discord tier member. All right.
Bet. You guys have a good night.
You too. All right. All right, we did get another 2 from Reggie J. Oh, and the Luffy left eye thing was from my friend. Yeah, we ended up seeing it, man. It was pretty cool. I didn't know what was going on. Larry and I thought it was like a sundial at first, but it did look like it might be an abyss circle or something. So I couldn't make out what the actual letters were, but I can never make that stuff out when it's really small from Oda, bro. I ain't gonna lie. All right, next up, let's get NYC Anime Nerd in here. There we go. Nerd, you there?
Yeah. Let me. I'm just pausing the YouTube.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
How's it
What's
going,
up,
man?
Pretty good. Yo, community, could you believe that Mera could have been Larry's? I was literally texting them through Discord by
Oh my
ticket
god.
number because they were not checking them.
Listen, we're not cheaters, man. That would have been cheating. That would have been rigging the system, man. That would have been wrong. That would have been taking away from somebody. Plus, I wasn't checking my phone, man.
You
We were on
think,
stage.
You think Rock's never? I know.
No, he never did.
How are you guys?
He
Chilling,
never
man.
cheated.
He never cheated.
You don't
Rock's
think
never
you don't
cheated.
think you don't think Rox cheated on what's her name? What's his wife's name?
Absolutely not. He was a God-fearing man.
Harris. Yeah, you don't think he cheated, man? He's a pirate. Pirate, bro. He's gonna be a pirate at the end of the day.
Definitely. But speaking of Eris, you guys should check out the hag fish theory. It is actually really, really cool. It relates to Blackbeard being a fishman, part fishman, and the hagfish has 4 hearts. But what's cool about it is when one of them goes off, it takes like 36 seconds for the other ones to kick in. And it's just like a bottom of the ocean dwelling fish. It's a really cool theory, probably one of the coolest like outlandish ones I heard in a while. But it's not mine, so I'm not here to talk about that. But I just wanted to clarify something last week. But I said about before I get into mine, just real quick. So Garling, the yokai that I was talking about is called the Katsura Otoku, because I know some people were asking me about it. And it's a supernatural spirit living in the moon, and it appears as a beautiful man, and those that gaze upon it, it drains their life force, and mortals that look at it too long just die. But it's called it's also called like the moon rabbits, and like that makes me think of the super rare rabbits when they were on God Valley, and we know that his wife was there, or his baby mom's was there. So it was just you know, when I was talking about him maybe being the final boss. But
Okay.
I'm here to talk about what I think Loki's devil fruit is. I mentioned it yesterday. The Hito Hito no Mi model Earth god, Heimdall. Now, Heimdall sits at a place called Heaven's Cliff. It's where the earth meets the sky. He watches the gods, but in Old Norse, his name actually refers to the oceanic elements, but not as in he uses them. He's known as the protector of, or not of, protector from the sea, and the protector of sea storms.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be kind of interesting because it'd be like our first maybe devil fruit that could do something against seawater, which would be really strange. Which that part of it I don't like, but where it goes for me is he is known to be able to see all 9 realms and see everybody. They say his vision's so good he can see wool on a sheep grow, and his hearing so good that he can hear the grass grow and see even hundreds and hundreds of miles at night. But what's cool about that for me is this is where Elbaf and Usopp's arc could come into play. Um, I believe that Loki's going to have some unreal type of observation Haki. Heimdall has second sight and precognition. I don't think uh, Usopp was ever a liar. I just think that he was having precognitions. All of them have come true, right? So he was seeing them. Maybe this is why Loki covers his eyes, because the precognitions are happening well everyday life. And so because his other senses are so heightened, he doesn't need to look unless, he's uh, like alone and needing to see the future, needing to see some type of precognition, because it would make sense why Usopp was able to see and sense Luffy, Law, and Sugar while he was using that giant crossbow. That was um, something that we hadn't seen before. It was more of like he was sensing auras, through buildings, and it was like, you know, if Heimdall was able to, like spot people through the 9 realms. So I think that he could end up teaching Usopp how to, you know, lock this second sight in this insane observation Haki, use his precognitions and understand them, while Heimdall also protects the Bifrost, which he decides who gets to travel through the 9 realms, which this could be a way that um, people that are aligned with him, like it could be the anti-abyss um, circle, summoning circle. It could be a way that, you know, they travel to places that they can't get to, like the Straw Hats can't get to.
Mm.
So, my final part of this is he also, or I have 2 final parts. One, he has the broken horn on his helmet. It's tied up with like medical bandage, just like what his eyes are tied, like blindfolded with. He's giving it's, I believe it could be the Galahorn, which was given to Heimdall, which summons all giants of the 9 realms to him to fight when in times of danger, aka Ragnarok. But Loki was, or not Loki, Harold was, like basically asked to build a army of giants. Like this could like I don't I would like to believe this part's headcanon that like he gave his horns like one to each son, and this is like what Loki's does, is like summon them there. That's that's just canon. It could just be the Gallahorn. But the final part is that Heimdall is the only person that can open the Bifrost to a place called the Don River, Don. Now, the Don River is where the Amazons go to have kids, a Don romance, right? Now, it's the only people that are allowed to have children in this river are a high priest, a high priestess, aka the queen, the high priestess of Amazon Lily, and a high priest or deity god. So I think of Wing Tribe, like Shondorians, and what is wild to me is like they could create, like Amazon Lily is, snake people, and Shondorians have wings, and what does that create? Like a literal dragon, a westernized dragon. So whether that's metaphorically or literally, I found out that in old cultures, dragon was a name of a clan leader. So it just got me thinking, like, what if Monkey D. Dragon, like, what if he was just the child of, like, the high priest and priestess of Amazon Lily and Shandoria, and he's, like, Dragon is the name of, like, the rightful leaders. So, like, he could just be, like, a clan leader.
Okay.
And that's where it brought me. I know it's a little all over the place, but
No,
that's where it
I
is.
actually really like that. One, you tie it into the eyes that Loki currently has, or the eyes that freaked out his mom. They could, I mean, my minor issue with that is that he seemingly had those eyes all along, so I don't know that they would be triggered from any devil fruit consumption. But in general, a lot of times your devil fruit just kind of matches you, so that's not a real knock. Tying with Loki and gaining this foresight or ability to master his observation through some connection with Loki would be really cool. I did really like the Gallahorn piece that you were bringing up because, and I don't think you brought it up, when Rox was talking to Loki about the ability to rule the world or needing Harold, he basically said he needed Harold to assist him in some way. He's the only person that could round up all the Galli-Ra giants. If that Gallahorn is the means to do so, and Loki now has it, whether it's from the pulled horn or from the devil fruit consumption or whatever, maybe he can use that Gallahorn to summon not just the Bifrost, but to summon those Galli-Ra giants that Rox was looking for. And I was like, I wonder if that's gonna play a role in this, So I think it's pretty cool, man. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of really like it. The Bifrost being a way to access or enter or exit the abyss itself. I think that's what you said. I don't know if I go that far, but it could. You know what I'm saying? The Bifrost can act to all 7 realms, right? So why not? I don't know. It's kind of. I don't know that we would call it the Bifrost. I know they call it that in Norse mythology. I would like to think it's some other name here, but who knows? That would make Loki so pivotal to the end game here. And I know there was a Loki lookalike on the mural. A lot of people have theorized, myself included, that Loki doesn't even survive Elbaf. He would be needed to survive Elbaf if he's going to play that kind of a role, have this kind of power to showcase.
What if he didn't survive Elbaf, and this is actually where Usopp, brave warrior of the sea, everybody thinks he's gonna die, but what if he doesn't die? What if he's needed to stay on Elbaf? Because people have talked about how Usopp, could be descendant of giants, So like, what if it's not a death thing, but like having to leave the, the ship, which I know would change a lot, but also there in Norse mythology, one of the original gods, and it's weird interpretation, but it is a ram that licks the ice, like licking ice. It's just weird interpretation, I think. But licks ice to let giants out, and like the galley rod, like we've seen them like in Punk Hazard, like Frozen, like they have the marking of like the galley law giants, the galley law shipwrights.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you look at the pictures of the frozen giants in Punk Hazard.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. But yeah, Nerd, I really like that theory, man. I really do.
Yeah.
Larry, I don't know if you
We're
had
gonna-
anything for it, but I thought it was dope. I thought it was really well thought out, and it made me really think about like some of the stuff I was pointing out with Usopp, the Bifrost, the Gallahorn. The Gallahorn is probably my favorite part. I'm not gonna lie. When you was talking about the Gallahorn, I was like, oh, all right, okay.
I mean, like, what are the chances though that it's like Harold's horn versus just like like some horn? Because like they don't really show what happened to the horns, but I feel like if you rip them out, he's not gonna like go back to like even be like, hey, can I get that horn back? Like
yeah, he seemingly gave him up, right? To the Also, like when you highlighted he might have given one horn to each of his kids. That'd be pretty cool. Just as a memento. I thought that would be pretty dope. I don't know. Right?
Oh, and also Loki and Heimdall killed each other at the same time. Like it was a mutual death. Which I think is interesting.
Okay. Didn't think about. Nerd, have a good night, man. Thank you for that. I really like that.
Yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of the calls.
Yeah. All right. I see we got Javerse in here too, and Toby, man. What's up, bro? What's going on, bro?
What's going on? What's going on?
It's crazy.
What's up, Javerse?
Javerse really be here these days, Larry. I don't even know what we did to Javerse back in the fold, but I'm good.
I'm making an effort, man.
Glad to have him, bro. Glad to have him.
I even got the shirt on right now.
With the TOPT?
I've been down Javerse recently. He keep proving me wrong,
Oh.
so I'm gonna believe you, bro.
Thank you.
I had the jacket on today too.
We got jackets.
I never got the jacket.
We got jackets. What?
Yeah. You didn't know? Yo, this is your okay, bro.
This is your merch.
You're not supposed to buy your own merch, bro. You know what I'm saying,
bro?
It's not how it works.
Come on, bro.
Not
You're not even repping. I rep more than you.
I rep, bro. What you talking about?
I got the shirt and the jacket. You probably don't got neither.
If I have a shirt, I gave it away.
I feel like I've seen you wear the shirt before.
Wait, hold on? Is the jacket a hoodie? Because it's not the same, bro.
Oh, bro, come on, bro. We're not
Those
supposed
are
to
the same exact thing.
Yo,
it's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing. We're not starting this convo.
The only difference is the zipper.
You know damn well
Exactly.
a hoodie and a jacket are two different things.
A hoodie and a jacket is the same thing.
No, they are not. Bro.
It's the zipper. That's it.
If you take the zipper off your pants, is it not pants anymore?
A hoodie and a jacket can be the same thing, but if it's the hoodie that I'm thinking of, that's not a jacket, bro. That's closer to a sweater.
That's a jacket.
No, it's not.
Yo, put a poll up, bro.
You're gonna lose here.
No, we're winning.
Yo, what?
It's the same thing.
Yo,
we arguing about the semantics of jackets now,
bro. If a hoodie doesn't have a zipper on it, it's not a jacket, bro, and you know that,
bro.
Like, what are we talking
yes,
about?
It is.
No, it's not.
Always been a jacket. It's been a jacket forever.
No, you're wrong, bro. You're just wrong,
bro.
Man.
Oh,
come on. They on? Nah.
They're not, bro. What are we talking about? I got OD
bro.
jackets, man. What you talking about?
It's not the same, bro. This is nasty, bro.
If it's not, if it doesn't have a zipper, it's not a jacket.
I know I'm not tweaking, bro. It's a jacket.
Oh, Chad don't know what they talk about neither, bro.
It's interchangeable terms.
Exactly, it's the same thing.
Not interchangeable terms. There's a reason why people have hoodies. It's not the same.
They're synonyms.
Y'all rage baiting, bro. Y'all rage baiting. There's no chance.
bro.
I'm
We
just
No.
facts.
There's no
It's
chance.
facts.
There's no chance y'all
I got-
believe this. Who taught you this? But by y'all logic,
That's
this is
how
a
it
jacket. This is a jacket. What I'm rocking right now is a jacket. How?
Oh, let me see.
This is the same. This could have a hood on it, and according to you, it would be a jacket right now. No,
It's a sweater. It's a
thank
sweater.
you. And what's a hoodie more similar to, this or a jacket with a zipper on it?
a jacket because it
A
has a
hoodie
hood.
is
No,
a hoodie
jacket.
is
Hold
way
on.
more similar to a jacket.
A jacket, a hoodie can be a jacket. It's not a jacket by default. The hoodies that we sell on our link tree or whatever it is, those are not jackets. Those are sweaters, hoodies. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, if it's raining outside, you're not grabbing a sweater. You grabbing a hoodie or a jacket. So they are the same thing. If you want to go outside with no hoodie, you grabbing a shirt or a hood or a sweater.
I gotta get the calls, man.
We
Y'all
got the same. Nah, man.
Man.
We revisiting this.
Y'all wrong, bro. No,
We're gonna
hoodie?
talk about this off stream.
Yo, y'all wrong as hell, bro. Sorry. Anybody agree with y'all is tweaking. I'm sorry. Anyway. All right. Do we get another super chat? Check this out, bro. Y'all got me crashing out over fashion choice. No, we don't. Okay. Like the stream, y'all, if you haven't already. All right. Next up is Reaper. Reaper, you there? Reaper going once?
He's deaf, and I don't think he can like hear us at all.
All right. Let's get Reaper up out of here. Let's get Twilight in here. Twilight, you there? Twilight going once.
Yo, 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 yo. Can you hear me?
There you go. How's it going, man?
Hey, not too bad, not too bad. Sorry about that. Was trying to pay attention to the timings.
You good, bro. We appreciate all you do as always, bro.
Oh yeah. No problem at all. So how's it going for you guys today?
Chilling, bro. Chilling. All right, I'm trying to organize food orders for this party tonight. Apparently, I got to do that too. Versus just streaming.
Yeah.
So, trying to coordinate.
Nah, that's always the funnest part of the get-togethers. My thing tonight's a little on the lighthearted side. Is Larry still in here?
I think
feel like
so.
this one will be more on his end too.
I know he said he was going to be editing, so he might not be here.
Yeah,
I'm here. I'm
yeah.
here.
All right. No, you're good. I was just gonna. All right. Because actually, I want to say it's probably a month ago. I asked about the like favorite old school non-shonen anime that you would have. So it's kind of in the same spirit. What would be your guys's favorite guilty pleasure anime and why? And by guilty pleasure, I more or less am like considering like what most people would consider trashier, degenerate, but you think's genuinely good.
For a while there, it was High School of the Dead. I ain't gonna lie, I used to love that. I did. I was young.
How could I tell that was gonna be yours?
That's not my answer, but it was the answer for me for a while. Are you familiar with Full Metal Panic? Fumofu. Specifically,
oh yeah,
Fumofu. That's the one.
Fumofu?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh god, that's one of the rare mech animes that I actually messed with.
Yeah, I'm not a Full Metal like Panic. I'm not a mech anime guy. I love Full Metal Panic Fumofu, and it was one of the funniest. The one where he's in the high school and he's got to protect the girl and like all the hijinks.
Yeah,
Bro, he used to get into such ridiculous stuff in that show. I went back to try to watch it on like a anime and chill night, and the girl I was with was like, "Yo, what the fuck are we watching? Like, what is this?"
They have to know. It's like, ooh.
I was like, "Yo, listen, if you can't appreciate the Fumofu, then I don't know if you the one, bro. I don't know."
Nah, for real.
What's
about
yours,
you, Larry?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's so funny that Sebastian said High School of the Dead because that was definitely my answer.
Dog. We was locked in every week it dropped, bro. It was like,
Listen,
I
bro.
gotta see it.
It's
Listen, bro.
still so.
I'm so
Okay.
mad that this dude passed away. And
I was
we
just about to
never
say that.
got past season 2, bro. Okay.
Mm.
When I tell you there's like I have a top 5 list of females that like I really like in manga and anime. Seiko Busujima, the purple haired chick with the
Mm.
wooden sword,
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
my girl, bro. All right. She's in my top 5 all time, and she not 5. All right. So obvious reasons why it's a guilty pleasure, and I'm gonna leave it at that. All right.
Yeah, that's fair. See, mine's honestly been the same since like 2013. Like it's held its ranking for a while. I don't know if either of you have seen it, but high school DxD.
Nah, I've heard of it though.
No,
I have heard of it
Oh
though.
my god.
High school DxD is my guilty pleasure, and I stand by. It's actually a great anime. A lot of people will say it's trashy, and by all means, I get it. The horniness levels in it are next level, but the reason I stand by it's a great anime is because unlike most shows that are purely degenerate, this one actually uses its degeneracy as a means of progressing the story and having like actual meaning instead of just pointless degeneracy.
From Wayne Manor Computer.
Like his like it's literally a power source for the main character. That's all I'll go into. It's literally a power source that consistently elevates his power level.
Would y'all count Chainsaw Man as a guilty pleasure anime? I feel like people consider it actually really good. I haven't watched deep enough into it, but it looks stupid.
Okay. Without see, this is gonna be a hard one. The anime right now, no. Later on in the story, because I'm caught up on the manga. Later on in the story, extremely yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little farther than where they are in season 2 in the manga, and it's been great. I've been reading it on planes. I love. Well, no, actually, never mind. Think of something else.
You got all I'm gonna say. Seb, you gotta hit me up in the Discord because I have nobody to talk to about the Chainsaw Man manga. You gotta hit me up when all I'm gonna say is you get to part 2.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. When you
Larry
get
the
to
one
part
who put
2,
me on the
you gotta hit me
Chainsaw
up.
Man, so I'm pretty sure he know. He just don't be chatting.
You caught up on Chainsaw Man manga, Larry?
Nah. So it's so funny. I started reading Chainsaw Man as soon as it dropped, and I read up to when the week came out, and it was supposed to be chapter 9. After that, I dropped it for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say I'm caught up because I'm still like internally fighting myself because there's a chapter that dropped like. Now I've been off Chainsaw Man for a couple of months because I've been like trying to fight myself to try to give the manga a continuation because it just it gets questionable. It gets very questionable.
Okay. Javerse, you're in here. I know you watch way more anime and manga than me and Larry.
Yeah.
So what's your guilty pleasure anime,
Yeah.
bro? What
My
you got?
guilty pleasure anime.
Mhm.
It's this old mecha anime called Aquarion Evolve. It's like the most
Oh
soap
God.
opera drama. Really, it's really not that good at all. But in the moment I was watching, and mind you, Aquarion Evolve is a sequel to Aquarion. I didn't know that when I started watching it. So you get to the end of the show, and I don't think anybody here is gonna watch Aquarion. You find out that
Yeah,
the guy is the
that's a
reincarnation
classic.
of the last character's dog. And it's like this love triangle between him, the main love interest. It's just not good. But I had a good time watching it. You know.
Bruh. What?
Hey,
I guess, bro.
that,
I guess, man. That's
I'm
Yeah.
terrible.
I hear like that actually unlocked a PTSD memory because I have a problem with dog reincarnations after an anime that came out last year.
I, I can't
This should
call
not
it.
be that
That's
common.
Can't call it, bro.
that, there's an anime that came out last year or 2 years ago called I don't even remember the name of it. I tried erasing it from my memory. It's like some chick's name's dog. I'm some chick's name's dog,
Oh,
and
oh, I know what you're talking about.
the dude,
Yeah.
the dude literally reincarnates as a dog. And we talk about degenerate stuff. That's by far takes the
Yeah.
cake.
No, that is borderline bestiality.
That's
That's
just borderline bestiality.
Yeah, maybe we
That
don't.
is,
Maybe these words aren't said on our live stream. That's monetized.
Oh,
yeah,
Maybe we don't.
yeah,
Maybe
right.
we
yeah,
don't do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm not sure
We're
what
gonna
type of
fix
shit.
that.
All right.
That's fair.
Twilight, I appreciate the call. Um,
Oh yeah, no, anytime.
definitely.
Figured do something a little lighthearted.
Yeah, that was a good one. It got me thinking. I have others, bro, but that's kind of it. I don't know if y'all ever
Yeah.
seen Lovely Complex, but that was one I was into for a little bit there.
Oh God. Yeah, no, that's not a bad one.
Listen, man, that was a weird time in life. I ain't gonna lie.
God, no. And
Larry was judging me, man, for my Lovely Complex watch, bro. Oh, bro.
hey, we all got. They're called guilty pleasures for a reason. Not everyone's gonna get them.
All right. Let's get to the next caller. Twilight, have a good night, and thank you again for all the timestamps, bro.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem at all. Always a pleasure.
All right.
Peace.
All right. Let's get someone else in here. We did get another $5 super chat from Reggie. It says, Toby talking about jackets and missing the Naruto take earlier on the stream. The crying emoji and the laughing emoji. Yeah, man. Toby ain't always there, man. I don't know how y'all said jackets and hoodies are the same. Like they're clearly different.
Same thing, man.
No, they're not, bro. Yo, Larry, do you have a take on that? There's no way, yo.
No, I don't have a take, bro.
Yo, you know you do, bro. There's no way. There's no way. How is a hoodie a jacket with no button, no zipper? That's not
just what it is.
possible.
That's just what it is.
Insane behavior, bro. Insane behavior. All right. Let's get somebody in here, bro. I know Toby was diffusing a situation in the call only stream section, so let's go to Mosby in the call waiting. Mosby, you there? Mosby going once. Mosby going twice. All right, we'll have to drop him. All right, let's go with Joey Guy. Joe Guy, you there? Oh, he's deafened. He might not hear me. Joe Guy going once. Joe Guy going twice. All right. Let's get Yami no Ho in here. Y'all gotta crap or get off the pot, man. That's how we do. Yami no Ho, you there?
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
We made. Oh my goodness! I done finally made it.
Yeah, man, you're here. Talk to us. What's your theory or take, or what do you want to say? What's going on?
Okay, one second. Let me pull up my notes real quick. This is I've been waiting to do this for a long time. My theory is gonna be on the Mihawk theory though. It's about him turning his blade black, even though I know we don't have enough evidence and all the rest of this stuff on this stuff. But I've been studying a lot on it. I'm not completely done with it, but I still give you guys what I got.
Okay.
Okay.
You,
1 second. Yeah, I'm still here. Mm, My bad.
lock in, bro.
Like, I'm
Lock
here. I'm
in.
here. All right. Okay. In my theory, I go. Mihawk is close in terms of strength with red hair. He just has his own way of being who he is, and there's a way of the sword that can't be broken because the sword should be intact with the user's soul, mind, and body. And as we've seen, swords here have their own wills and needs while being used, and everything has haki, including swords. And depending on the grade, it has the need of a person's haki, will, and strength, which can be to a person's resolve or anything it declares necessary to be wielded and have its true potential come out, turning it a black blade. Because a blade is practically like its own person, as shown with Katetsu and Emma. And not only swords though, because even Whitebeard's Komogiri never turned black and he was a monster. Neither Roger. I believe turning the sword black is tuning in to like the breadth of all things mentioned in like episode 119 of Alabasta that Zoro tapped into, because using it when in control of which kind of fits Mihawk style. Wait, what? Tapped into it, but using it when in control of it, which kind of fits Mihawk style. Because when he taught Zoro, he mainly focused on armament, even though he has very high observation haki, which proves how far his armament is. Because not all of your haki will be equal, and his observation is high. But he also controls and holds himself to a high standard, saying a nickel on your blade should be a mark of shame, also holding his standards to highest degree, style, and how he carries himself, and yet only needing to output the necessary energy to take out whatever threat approaches him, like with Zoro, which is why he didn't at Jozu, even giving off the same color haki. Zoro just unlocked against King using unnamed attacks to freestyle with the blade, using it like it isn't bigger than him, and cutting Ice Mountain bigger than Pika and his biggest stone form post time skip. And that's all I have for it right now.
Okay. All right. I mean, I don't want to say you was glazing Mihawk, but like, I get it. You know, I don't be,
No, for sure.
I don't shade him to the degree that my counterpart Larry does. I just think it's funny. I think it's funny how hard y'all go for him. So little
Oh,
display.
I'm actually more of a Zoro fan than I am a Mihawk fan, but
Huh?
I give everybody their respect where it's due type thing.
Hmm.
Yes. But it's more about turn his blade black, which what I'm thinking is there's only one other instance I've probably seen this happening, unless I can think of it, other than like when people turn whatever object they're holding black.
Mm-hmm.
But like when Rayleigh was going to the Marine place with Luffy, and he imbued Haki inside the little rocks or whatever it was he was throwing up in his hand, and he took out the cannonballs.
Okay.
Like, to me, you also have to do stuff like this with your blade as well to turn it black. Like, you have to imbue the hot, like you have to put it in the blade, not just like, like during attacks and stuff. Like kind of like Sakura and Lady Tsunade from Naruto, when they had to like
Yeah.
pour a little bit of their chakra into a like special place for them to do the 100 healings.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. No, I can see it. I don't have any real solid theories on Black Blade, so whenever people say them, I'm like, word. I just don't have like I don't know, like there's got to be something to it. I assume Zoro does it. I just don't like any limitations that people tend to add to it. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm curious to see what it is. It's weird Oda's gone this far without highlighting it a little bit more, but I guess that's just more Mihawk hype, right? So, I don't know. I just don't have a. Sometimes I'm into it. Sometimes I'm like, all right, whatever. With the black blades, I can't lie. Like I just be like, all right, man. Like it's just whatever.
It's a talk about another subject.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I know you were able to get in on the donated or the donations, but next time if you want to be a guaranteed or have a guaranteed spot on the call-in streams, become a warlord or higher on Discord, okay?
Okay, I thought I was a Shichibukai.
Nah. From what I see, I can't see it. Yeah, I mean, check into that if you have to. But yeah. Looking more forward to hearing more from you, bro. All right. I know Toby's still dealing with that down there in the call-in only. Let's get Up One Chris in here. Up One, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. My bad, y'all.
Nah, you good. I was told that it's hectic down there right now, so I wanted to give y'all some space. So
it's a little weak.
Okay. As long as nobody getting spoiled, bro, don't make sure that's not happening. That's my one. The spoiler free streams, bro, 100%. So
It's spoiler free, right?
Cool. All right.
So it's a cool theory. It's not nothing too much. I got it from a YouTube video, so it's not completely mine. I'm putting that out there right now. Okay. So with what's going on at Mary Jo's, right? I'm thinking that this could be potentially how Blackbeard becomes king, right? Because that's what he wants to do. So, hold on. Okay, I think I'm right. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, so for him to become king, he either has to, do something in favor of the world government, or just completely be somebody like Roger and get another type of king title. So I'm thinking what he's going to do to become king of Hachinosu is either kill Shanks, or he would either turn in Dragon to the world government. Because I feel like Garp is not really like a trading piece anymore. Because he really, like, the world government really don't. Like, Emu really don't fuck with Garp. So I don't think that's something that Blackbeard leverage. My bad. I don't think it's something. My apologies.
Are you good?
My apologies. I don't think that Garp can be used as leverage anymore. Because it's been so long, we don't know how long it's been in the story. But I'm gonna assume it's been a little while, because it's just like, hey, I need y'all to come back like immediately, because like I can't do this by myself, even though it's Emu. But yeah, that's just a cool little theory that I wrote upon earlier, and I kind of like it because it kind of plays Blackbeard as the final villain again, or just against the Monkey D clan in general, which has kind of been a little parallel, especially if some people are going to assume Shanks's or the Garland bloodline could be D related. Then that means he will always have something to do with a D. But what you think about that?
No, I kind of like it. I've been of the thought process when Blackbeard originally got Katarina Devon, I thought that would be how he would get access in that way.
Right.
But now that Saturn is gone, right? Like I don't know how that really helps him. So I've been trying to figure out what that would go into. But
I feel that.
In general, you're saying utilizing either Shanks or Dragon as the key to becoming the king of Beehive.
Yes.
Personally, I still think Garp would hold enough value as a trade ship to do something with. But I do think Dragon and Shanks would hold more value to the world government. So if he's able to double up, that'll be 100%.
Even better.
Yeah, that would be much better.
Exactly.
I just can't see either of those people being like taken down and moved into the world government's possession in that way. More likely Shanks than Dragon, if I had to like weigh one, even though Shanks is probably stronger. But Shanks just has more direct ties to the world government, where like if he was to do this and like Shamrock's involved, Garling's involved, like they might assist or something. I don't know. I kind of like
Right.
that. Like it would follow the same trope of Blackbeard doing what he's always done, and like he
Right.
basically did this to Ace already. And it's
Mm-hmm.
funny because it's something I was gonna highlight in another video, or another stream that we were doing. Blackbeard basically did what Harold was asked to do with rocks. Switch on your friend and turn them in for power or whatever, right? And like he did that with Ace, and then this would be him doing it again, but this wouldn't be a friend, this would be an enemy. Like this would be a rival. So it'd be easier or more likely to do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I kind of really do like that, man. I'm trying to think, would it feel recycled if Blackbeard did it to Shanks? You know what I mean? The way that he did it
It would
to
definitely be recycled.
the way he
It would
did it to
definitely be
Ace.
recycled.
So that's the only thing. I mean,
Yeah.
the
I think-
stakes are higher, but yeah.
Would the world government still even like give Blackbeard like? Would they let Hachinosu join the world government as a country, considering everything we just learned about Blackbeard's backstory, and, you know, his relation to Zebek, and the fact that Emu got like his poster up in his room cut up? Or, you know, I mean, the world government's been incompetent for a while now. They made Blackbeard a warlord, so I guess. But like you said, though, he pulled the same thing with Ace, and he betrayed them
Yeah.
like the next day. So do you think they still be like, all right, man, one more chance?
I think
We
it
gonna
wouldn't
give
be
you
so
the
much as a one more chance as much as it would be, dang, this is something that like, okay, like whenever they chased Sabo for the fruit, they weren't really
Yeah.
just like, oh yeah, we're finna go after the revolutionaries. There was more like, dang, he got what we need, so we're just gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's like a little like sponge, you know, something like that. I see an opportunity, so I'm gonna take it type shit. I mean, I'm sorry.
Okay, man. Just be better. No, I'm kidding. You really got me thinking now though. Like, would a Yonko, would Shanks be enough for them to bypass all of that? You know what I'm saying?
I think it wouldn't be trading Shanks. My apologies. I don't think
I
it would
think
be
you give him
trading
Shanks and
Shanks.
Garb for sure.
I feel that. I don't think it would be trading Shanks and Garb or Dragon. I think it would be more of like eliminating them for that purpose.
Oh, like full
You
on
know,
taking
like,
them
it's
out.
like-
Like that's the deal. If
Yeah.
you do this
Yeah.
for us, we'll do this. That
Exactly.
way it's not the same. Okay. I like
That's
it.
it, man. That's all I got, man.
All right. Chris, thank you, man. That was a dope thought process. Now I really got to think, like, if you're Emu, like,
I got you. Oh, whoa.
you know what I'm saying? Are you signing off on these deals? You making that deal with the other devil?
I might. So it's some type of devil, you know what I'm saying?
Juice got to be worth the squeeze, right?
Get Blackbeard
Hey.
that superstar contract.
Y'all are crazy.
All right, man.
All right, man.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. It was.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Reaper in here. Reaper, you there? Tried to get you in here earlier, bro.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
nowhere to be
What's up?
found, bro. What's good? What's good?
My bad. I was deafened.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. What's up? How y'all doing?
Chilling, bro.
Well, I know I don't got too much time, so I'll try to keep it short. But I really just remember a month and a half ago, I had mentioned that Goofy should theoretically have like another form or two. You know, because the Zoan fruit. Y'all didn't seem too hype on that. But since then, Manu O'Hara, he's dropped like 2 videos and he's touched on that same topic. And I feel a bit validated. And I guess I just wanted to see if y'all opinions on that changed.
I haven't seen Manu's videos, so I'd have to. You'd have to hit me with the link, bro, or at least elaborate on them. But I mean, I don't know. I'd have to see him, bro. I haven't changed. My thought process hasn't changed, to be honest. I feel like we in the gear 5th, bro. It's gonna be Haki now. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be more Haki. It's gonna be we talking critical mass and stuff now, man. Like, yeah, you got a new form. Okay, Emu. What's that gonna do to Emu, bro?
Nah, man, I'm gonna some more the devil fruits. I actually have my own theory cooking up. We're gonna talk about that another time. Oh, y'all want to hear it now?
You got time? If you got it, cooked.
All right, I think there's one step above awakenings, and this theory is kind of based off One Piece film read, and a few interview questions that were answered around that time, where it's like, for those who didn't see the movie, there's a big monster in that called Top Musica, and post interview there was like, oh yeah, Top Musica was created the same way devil fruits were created. And in that movie, they also said he was made from like the negative emotions of people on this island. And then, they did another interview question where it's like, oh, we know the secrets of how devil fruits are made, but we're not sure if Oda's gonna reveal that yet. And I think like 3 weeks later, we got the Egghead chapter where Vegapunk was like, devil fruits are made from people's dreams. So I think the final step to devil fruits is actually summoning the devil in the devil fruit. I think that's partially what's going on with Emu and the Gorusei. I don't think any of them make devil fruits. Like I'm in that camp with whatever their powers is. I think they actually are just whatever devil is assigned to that fruit. So maybe we get, I don't know, Luffy summoning Joy Boy or something at the very end, or I guess Nika. But that's really it for the theory.
What would you call that? Like transcendence? What would you call it? Because they call it awakening when you do this. What they're doing now. What would you call that?
I
Because
don't know.
we're
I don't really,
awakening the devil, right? But we're not summoning
yeah,
it. You're talking about bringing the devil within the devil fruit out.
yeah, summoning,
Okay. Okay.
which is already, that's part of what Emu does now. He summons these devils.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I think it worked kind of like Shikai and Bankai and Bleach, where it's like Shikai is you awakening the power of the Zanpakuto, and then Bankai is you fusing with it. And like, sometimes certain characters can transcend that, like Ichigo with Mugetsu. That's him, really bringing it out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I feel you gotta flesh that out a little bit more. Maybe lock in on some. I don't want to say examples because clearly there's no real examples of it, right?
There's no real example. I think the Gorosei is the only example I really got.
Yeah.
I guess there's an avenue for it. If you don't
Yeah.
mind me stepping in, like if the awakening is you awakening the will of the devil fruit, then this next part could be you syncing your will with the devil fruit's will. I guess something like that.
Yeah. Like,
I'm trying to think what that would look like for Luffy and whether I would even remotely like that. Because now you're talking about awakening or calling forth Joy Boy. If this is a
kinda.
deity or a person that actually existed that people want, it gets a little tricky for me. It's like, yo, I existed at one point. Or Nika more accurately. I don't know.
I'm still thinking about like Top Musica as the
Mhm.
example from the movie. It's like that thing can only be summoned if you have the song fruit. So like it's directly tied to that. But it's like it was one of those things like the prophecy existed separate from
Right.
wherever the devil fruit was at.
Hmm. Okay.
And like I guess I don't know. It'd be like Luffy transforming. I don't know. There's some holes in it, you know. This is something I threw together on like a weekend.
How many weekends ago was that?
Like last weekend?
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure
Yeah.
you wasn't on some like, yo, I have this theory for 2 years and gonna act like you ain't have time to work on it.
Nah.
Okay. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Reaper. He kind of hijacked your question here in general.
My bad, Reaper.
But
Sure.
I'm
But
still
if you
not
have
a
a
huge
second-
I'm not a huge secondary forms guy, but I'm willing to open my mind. I think somebody put that up in the chat, opening up our minds.
sure.
You know what I mean? I'm always the guy that's down for that. What would a secondary form for Luffy look like to you, Reaper?
Well, I guess it would be more of whatever Joy Boy looked like, because we don't know what he looks like yet.
Mhm.
You know, so we have to. If there's,
I'm
so take
picturing-
Dalton,
yeah.
he turns into a bull, and then he's got a hybrid. You know, Kaido turns into a dragon, then he's got the hybrid. I feel like he's going. If he turns into full Nika or full Joy Boy, then he would whatever Joy Boy would have looked like would be most of what he would look like.
Okay. All right. I mean,
Yeah, like the sword and
But
shield.
if you had a
Battle.
sword and shield,
I want to. If
Yeah.
Luffy's gonna get a secondary mode after Gear 5th, I want to see the Monkey King on Wukong. I don't care. I've always wanted it. That's what I want.
see.
That's what I want. I want staff and all that. I want flying in Nimbus. I want all of that.
I mean,
Okay.
he got the Hagoromo already.
Yeah, I want it, bro. That's what I want. If that's what we gonna do, that's what I want. But
Real quick though,
yeah.
I sent you a matchup. You got time to talk about that?
What's the matchup? I didn't see it.
It was Smoker and Yasop.
Yasop, bro. What we talking about? What we talking about, bro?
Why?
What we talking
Why
about?
is it? Why
You
is it
made
like
your verse
so?
leave, bro. Come on, bro.
Why is it so like
Smoker?
just? Yes, he's a vice admiral.
I love Smoker, bro. You
The
got
vice
him.
admiral with
You
the
got
Logia
him
and
boxing
Haki,
with Yasop. How,
who has a fee,
bro? Even just within the lore, Yasop has his rival in the Whitebeard Pirates was Vista. You think Smoker could beat Vista in a fight? He was boxing with Mihawk.
I think that at his level now, because we met him as a captain, and he's a vice admiral now.
So as a vice admiral now, he couldn't beat another vice admiral in Virgo.
Sure,
Couldn't
that's
beat
another
Law.
vice admiral.
He couldn't beat pre-awakened Law.
That's situational. Law took his heart out.
Bro, what we doing, bro? What we doing?
Hey, I'll
put it this way.
I think it's the avenue.
Just within the realm of the series itself, matchup be damned. If Shanks top 5s can't beat Smoker level people, Shanks fucking up. Shanks ain't doing this right. He played this wrong. If his
You're right.
most reliable people
I agree.
can't beat Smoker, we have bigger problems at stake here. Okay?
No, I agree. But like the DDGs, it was an avenue for both of them. You know, he's got a devil fruit. He's got a
Hold
He's
on.
a Logia
Yasop
user.
doesn't even
He got
have a
Haki.
devil fruit.
I'm talking about.
Hold on. Half of Smoker's kit is taking away your devil fruit using the Jute. He doesn't even have one.
That is not half of his kit. That is not half of his kit.
You got
Because
me. You
he
got me
has
crapping
Ackerman
on
Haki.
Smoker right
He's
now,
got
bro.
Logia fruit. All right, crap on Smoker. I was just saying, I think there's an avenue. And if you don't think so, then swap Smoker out for Crocodile. Either way, I think that Yasop versus any high level Logia user would be a good fight.
So they get sniped and they dead.
Sure.
Talking about, bro. Did we not see Van Auger take Cracker out? No diff out here? Let me stop. That was anime only. But still, man. I'm talking about Yasop.
We talking about Yasop.
Yeah, Yasop and Smoker conversations. This is how I know Oda be tripping by not showing people fight. Because we have to have these conversations. That's insane. Reaper, have a good night, bro. I don't know what you was on just now.
Y'all have a good night. Like the stream, y'all.
Yes, dude. Please do. Toby, what he talking about, man? You told me to pull that dude up, man.
Hey, man. Bro,
Smoker,
he had been there for a minute, bro. Him and Gotti been there for a minute, man.
My man said Smoker and Yasop running the ones, bro.
Yeah, no, that was
I'm the Smoker guy. That's insane work, bro.
Nah, he's getting smoked.
Yeah, I gotta speed run some super chats, and I gotta speed run a couple of these calls. We got 2 from Reggie J. Larry don't like me. No name attacks. Crying emoji. Another 2 from Reggie. Zoro's goated for sure. And then another 2 from Reggie. Bro, that's not a voice changer. Yeah, he changed his voice to say that BS, bro. I can't. Anyway, let's get Gotti in here. Gotti, talk to me, bro. Sorry, I know you've been waiting a while.
What's going on, man?
Chilling, bro. Chilling.
How y'all doing today?
We good, bro. We good, bro. No spoilers.
Oh,
no spoilers.
So, yeah. I don't do spoilers. So this is the first and last time I'm gonna do this. It's a 2-parter with my theory, and the reason why I have to do this is because I feel like a little bit of my Loki theory was bitten So I want to go ahead and get that out first. So my main theory is I feel like Loki has the Fenrir fruit that is the legendary devil fruit of Elbaf. And my point of saying that theory is because in Norse mythology, yes, Fenrir hates Odin, but who does he hate just as much as he hates Odin? Tyr, a one-armed god.
Mm-hmm.
What did Tyr do? Tyr trapped him in the underworld, which is how he got his one arm.
Mm-hmm.
What did Shanks do? Trapped him into the underworld. What is Shanks? A one-armed god. I mean, like the similarities and the comparison to both of them is just a little bit too much for me to write it off as coincidence. And then my second theory is I really believe that Buggy is the son of Captain John.
Okay. It's funny because I had a Buggy Captain John theory that I was gonna drop, and it got deflated a little bit. But so you think he's the son of Captain John? I like that. I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm. And here's my reason why. When we found out about Zabik, right? What was the first thing we learned about Zabik? The saber of Zabik.
Mm-hmm.
Blackbeard carried that first name. How did we find out about Captain John's treasure? Buggy.
Mm-hmm.
Loopy ran around with that treasure map wrapped around his arm. Now you got Cat Burglar Nami on your crew. You got all these other pirates. Pirates love treasure. Other pirates heard of Captain John's treasure, but Buggy's the only one that knew enough about Captain John to know immediately when he seen Luffy's wrist, that's the treasure map that I need.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I like this a lot actually. My theory for Buggy was that he is Captain John's treasure, and it was because Captain John had a closer relationship with Rocks than we had thought, and that he treasured him because he was the one lasting memory he had of his captain who had died at God Valley, and that he ended up magnetizing the nose on Buggy's nose to stop him from crying as an infant, and basically locked him into this clown life for the rest of his life. Granted, that didn't go anywhere, but that was like my thing. Like he ended up becoming a drunkard, like heavier into drinking and depression. And he basically that Rocks had tasked Captain John with protecting Eris and Teach, and Eris was pregnant with Buggy, and then the whole thing. But it didn't work out that way. I really like that Buggy would be the actual treasure, and that the log pose would.
I don't know, Beast. We might be gotta bring it back alive, man. I'm still. Hey, listen, that's a hill I'm willing to die on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, listen. So
like just nobody else cares for this treasure to be worth all this money.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else cares about this treasure. And to kind of go back to where we're at in the story with the Loki situation, whenever I say I feel like Loki has the Fenrir fruit,
mm-hmm.
I feel like he has that fruit, and I feel like his hammer has a devil fruit of its own. That's why him and his devil fruit had to be chained up with Sea Stone Prison.
Okay.
Him and his hammer, I meant.
Yeah. I just don't know enough about Norse mythology to get a gauge on what exactly the Fenrir can do. I know it's a giant snake, right? Or is it that's the wolf?
No,
it's the wolf. It's the
Fenrir
wolf.
is the wolf.
Yeah,
Fenrir is the son of Loki that has the two wolf pups that Odin captures and curses one to chase the sun and curses the other one to chase the moon, and that's supposed to be the day cycle. But another funny thing about Fenrir's shackles only get released on the day of Ragnarok. Could you not say with Emu and the rest of the God Knights touching down on Elbaf right now, this is Elbaf's Ragnarok, and Fenrir is being released from the underworld?
Could be. It very well could be. I mean, we in the end game in general, and that's what Ragnarok is supposed to represent, right? So overall, any of this could be the start of Ragnarok, right?
I'm just saying it's so many parallels to it and so many things in common. I'm thinking like Oda is foreshadowing, like how he foreshadowed the demon circles when he had Brook get Pawpaw beside the people that was trying to summon the demon. Like Oda being foreshadowing us a lot of things. So, I mean, that's pretty much the end of my two theories. I feel like Loki got the Fenrir fruit. I can't say which devil fruit the hammer has, but I do believe that it's a Zoan fruit, and it has something to do with some type of electrical god, like either a Zeus or a Thor, or maybe the Mjolnir fruit. I don't know, but I strongly believe that both of them have devil fruits. That's why they was chained up with the Sea Stone prison. That's why Loki wasn't able to heal up as fast, because they didn't take all of the Sea Stone off of him. And before I'm out of here, man, boogie for Pirate King, boogie for damn Captain John's son.
Okay. Okay. All right. Got him. Have a good night, bro.
You too, bro.
All right. My eyes are shocking me. I do believe we have a special guest for the end part of the stream. I'm ending the stream soon, so I don't know why you pulled up now. But Lawrence is here. Lawrence, what's going on, man? I don't know if you can hear me, bro.
Yeah, I can hear you. I told you I would try. All right.
Try.
You took it as a no.
Listen, this don't even count for real. I'm gonna be honest. I've been streaming for 2 hours, bro.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Like even right now, I'm on the road.
Okay.
Like I'm in my car driving.
Well, I appreciate you being here, bro. I gotta read a couple super chats. We got maybe 2 more people to get to before we close out. But I would love to get your take on whatever they gotta say. So we did get 10 months at Warlord status from Justin Anderson. It says, love y'all boys, and I'm Yami no Ho. Oh yeah, Yami, what's going on, bro? And then Jesse Broker gifted 10 gifted memberships. So thank you. Throw the Nakama fist up for Jesse in the chat. All right. I told Young Bull that he would be next. So Young Bull, Trent, talk to us, bro. Lawrence is in here, by the way. So if you want his take on something, let us know.
All right, guys. I got a battle for y'all.
Okay.
It's gonna be out the ordinary, but Brook versus Crocodile.
Okay. I'm going with Crocodile, but that's me scaling with the narrative. Also, Brook can freeze him technically, but I do think that Crocodile's a more dangerous threat in the game overall than Brook is.
My question is, what's he? If Brook can freeze him, how is he? I mean, Crocodile ain't got no Haki.
Moisture is moisture, right? I think Crocodile's more likely to have Haki right now than Brook is.
Personally. I mean, you never know.
I think we gotta end this Crocodile and don't got Haki agenda. This brother got a $2 billion bounty.
Lawrence, who you got? You here? What's up? Who you got? Brook or Crocodile?
I was thinking that too, because I was thinking in my head, going back to like free time skip, like to say that right now, like Brook can't take on like free time skip Luffy villains is crazy. But I thought, oh wait, hold on, no, because Crocodile is like you just mentioned, a $2 billion bounty man. Kind of randomly making.
But like, I'm sorry. I just have to say this. Also, do you think Crocodile is faster than Brook?
No.
So if he is gonna, and we know if Brook is ice, Brook can really just speed blitz Crocodile, freeze him, pull. I mean, what he gonna do then? He can't. Like, he kind of done. Like, when you think about it, that's why I'm thinking like he may be overhyped on that. Like, that may be some overhype.
I think we're talking.
The
We
Marine
talking
4 buff,
pre-time
bro.
skip.
Huh?
We talking pre-time skip crocodile, like the one we saw in Alabasta. I'll give you
Well, I
that.
mean,
I got Brook in 5.
what do you mean Brook and
I low
man?
key
Forget
still,
Brook
I
and
low key
5, Brook
still
and
got
4.
crocodile. I ain't gonna lie.
What? But how though? How are you guys still get crocodile?
I
What?
think
What's gonna happen when he?
I genuinely think Crocodile's hacks is better than Brook's hacks. Like if he froze a part of Crocodile, I think Crocodile could still suck the moisture out of the ice. You know what I mean? Like he's a Logia. He can separate his ability, himself. And like if he catches Brook, this is the other piece of it. If he catches Brook and he absorb, I guess does Brook's skull have moisture?
Brook doesn't have any moisture.
He's bones. How does he win? You know what I'm saying? Like he's bones. I think people just give it to because Brooks he doesn't have the bounty. But like I think also we all know bounties don't show. Like you could look at Buggy's bounty. Like is he really like that? Like let's be real. Is he really that type of with that bounty?
You know what, Trent? You convinced me.
Because think about it. Also, Buggy's a Yonko. Is he really a Yonko though?
No, I'm not gonna discredit Crocodile's bounty, but
yeah, no,
I
that's
didn't
what I'm
think
saying.
I didn't think about how the matchup, but like Brook, you can't absorb any of the moisture in him. There's nothing there.
You can't. There's nothing for him to do. And I think, and I just wanted to pose this because it was just like, well, Brook may not be. He's not top 3. He's not the top 3, and he's not top 4. And honestly, he's not even top 5 on this. But
You
what
got me
he
thinking.
and
Law, hold on, Trent. Law, we cut you off. Continue your thought process. You were talking.
Oh yes, I'm so sorry, Law.
So what I was thinking is like I wonder going into like Brook freezing crocodile, right? So I was just thinking, yes, he's sand, but does that freeze the sand or does that make the sand hard? Because Brook will still need a way to, hurt crocodile. You get what I'm saying? Because Brook can take physical damage. Again, all right, crocodile can't absorb the moisture, right? But he still could take physical damage. We never seen Brook break a bone, but he could still break. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking the whole point is like, as in for Brook though, yeah, he could freeze crocodile, but is it gonna? So the minute you gotta get to crocodile by making sand hard to cut him, making him something that you could cut. But if you're freezing him, is that just freezing the sand, but not making him hard where you could cut him? You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so like
but
how does Brook actually hurt crocodile?
Well, what happens if he freezes it and then he takes that time to like? So you don't think if he froze him and then started hurt, like what if he froze his body and then at that point he just starts chopping off?
I think what Lawrence is saying is that wouldn't actually hurt Crocodile. That would just be him reverting back to his regular Logia form, right? Like I'm frozen, and then you break the frozen, and then I'm just my Logia self again because I'm just broken out of the ice.
Yeah.
Well, but how would he break out the ice with no Haki?
He wouldn't need to. That's what I'm saying. Like, because what Lawrence is saying is for Luffy to hurt Crocodile and for people to hurt Crocodile without Haki, you have to wet him to make the sand hard. If he's frozen, the sand isn't technically becoming hard. It's just freezing. You know what I mean? Like it's not changing it's not exactly changing the property of Crocodile's skin and his body, if I'm understanding Lawrence correctly. So it's like, yo, I'm frozen, and if you break the ice, now like I would just be broken ice, and then I would be able to reform into sand again. Right? Also, would ice not still have some level of moisture to it?
It would. It should.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's like mostly like when ice starts to melt, right? That's when it starts to like I guess an effect. But it would what? So that's I guess Brook's plan is to freeze Crocodile. Then while the ice is melting off him, he's gonna harden his body, then start chipping away at him. I mean, that could be.
He would need knowledge of Crocodile in the first place for that. That's the other piece. But I don't know. I still got Croc, especially now, because I think Croc is a Haki user now. But that's.
I don't know. But there's one last thing, and it was between you and Lawrence.
Okay.
Now that we know the backstories, now we got more information. Who are y'all taking now, Roger or Whitebeard?
I'm
It's
going
still
Roger.
Roger, 100%.
I'm gonna go Roger.
Yeah.
Well, like, who's the better pirate?
Roger's always been the better pirate. He's the pirate king for a reason.
Well, I'm just saying because we may have. I think since we found out who was that they both weren't, going there like Whitebeard wasn't fighting at 100 against Roger, or at least he was holding back maybe. I think that with that knowledge, it makes the conversation a little bit different than because now the whole time when I looked at this question, I went back and I watched y'all's video. And I watched y'all's video, and the thing was always, we don't know if he was going full 100% on Roger at that time when they fought. And that was your argument. And now that we get that information, I feel like your argument is more of so backed up for that a little bit, like that part. Now that we know he's not, that backs it up a little bit, and I feel like it kind of there is a question the question can be answered. Maybe Whitebeard, maybe he was. I feel like he just maybe, since that was answered, maybe they could have been on equal footing. I feel like. Because I know, and I remember in that whole debate, Law's debate was he was just outright stronger. And that he was holding back at that time. Well, I feel like now that we know that Whitebeard's holding back, I feel like now it's more of the debate of, okay, now we need to know what it was like when they were fully going at it, like they were both going hard.
I'll say this, and I will open up to Lawrence if he has a rebuttal or something additional. To me, I've never had an issue with anybody saying one was stronger than the other or thinking one was stronger than the other. But with the completion of the God Valley flashback and Roger tapping into critical mass Haki, learning it, understanding it, and probably utilizing it going forward in his fighting capabilities, right? I'm of the belief that yes, Whitebeard might have also been able to access that, but I'm not sure I would ever say that he would ever have surpassed Roger's capabilities there. So if it came down to a fight between the two of them, I think Roger's ability to access critical mass Haki would overtake Whitebeard being the larger foe, the person with the Gura and his Haki mastery. So I'm gonna give the edge to Roger, but that's me utilizing the new information that we didn't have at the time. Granted, either way, I think it's an extreme diff fight. I've already said I think both of these people have even surpassed Rocks when they became their prime. But hey, man, that's how I feel.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Whitebeard. I don't think he ever did.
Okay,
that's just my opinion. I just don't think Whitebeard ever got to that Rocks level, because I don't know if Larry's in here. If he was, he'd probably be blazing Rocks. But like, he'd probably be happy I'm doing this. But like, Rocks was different. Like, Rocks was. That man was a different human being. Bro walked in here and just, that man was different. So I think that was probably the one thing that I think I'd say that was the one thing that probably Whitebeard could never do.
Okay.
I feel like Whitebeard had a shot at doing just about anything he wanted to do. He could do just about damn near anything he wanted to do. But I feel like even if in his prime, there's no way he would ever be. There was no way he was going to beat Ross. He may go like high diff, but I couldn't even like. I don't know. It took. Well, the thing I feel like that is because when we were told at the beginning of the God Valley, before anything, it was told that it was the Rocks Pirates against against Garp and Roger. But when you look at it, it took Garp and Roger had to tag team Rocks, which I will say I've been wanting to say this. Shout out Larry. He did call that in one of the videos. But he it took two of the strongest people. Oh, hey Larry.
Hey man, how are you?
You're doing good. Nice to know you're in here. But it took two. First of all, it took the two only people that were even in the same category of capable of being the ones to take him down, and they still. It took some unlocking of the best Haki. It took a whole nother Haki level just to be able to get him out of the Dami Reversi, and they got knocked out while Rocks was still up.
Hold on, but that's Dami Reversi Rocks. Like that's
but
not
the
Rocks.
thing is, like Larry said, he thought, and I'm honestly in the belief too, Rocks may have been weaker.
I'm just not of that belief. I'm not of that belief.
Let's be real. So I'm just saying, who like on their own, sitting there, first of all, who's like giving Emu chills like that? I know like he's literally probably the only one that probably gave Emu the most chills, other than like, of course, like we're talking Joy Boy, baby, Dave.
What chills are you talking about?
But like
when Rocks pulled up on Emu, Emu was chilling. He was literally chilling. He didn't react at all.
I'm not talking about in that time in Dami Reversi though. It took a lot of Emu's power just to Dami reverse him, and I feel
did it.
And I mean, well, we don't know. Well, we don't know for sure.
There's a lot of assumptions, Trent. I'm not just letting. Hold on, I'm not letting you just assume things.
The king of assumptions over here trying to talk to me about assumptions.
Hold up.
The king of assumptions.
I don't spit my assumptions as facts, Trent. I say they're assumptions.
I didn't say facts. Okay, I said it just looks that way.
Mm-hmm.
I said it just looks that way, and in my of course. Now, I am not saying this is 100%, but in my view, that's why I'm saying it took so much just to get Rocks out, just to take him out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were Dami Reversi people coming after him. Yes, they were fodder. They were fodder. But he sliced up your boy Garley.
He did.
Gave him the business. Like if it was him, when it was him by himself, he was sitting there dealing so much damage. Nobody, and if Emu honestly didn't come in and help, I feel like he would have made it off of God Valley. I feel like if Emu wasn't there, they could have sent Gorosei, all that. Yeah, I feel like in my own personal opinion, I still feel like he would have made it off that island.
Okay. I'm mad at that.
I just feel like he was just too much of a beast for them. The man's like, that man is the alpha male at that time. That's just my opinion, though.
I mean, a lot of non-prime people at that time, but I feel you. Law, you had been posed the same question. I think Larry jumped off mute too, so I'll open up to y'all too as well.
Okay.
Yo, I will say this. Trent ain't really wrong when Emu had to use more power.
That's what I was saying.
Then so much in order to turn Rocks, due to the fact that he was touching him. Rocks resisted, and he felt the need to exert his Haki himself in order to turn him into Dami Reversi.
And didn't he?
I will say this. He was cooking out too, because it did take it did take Garp and Roger to unlock this new level that we've never heard before of Haki in order to defeat him. So that was the second point. You were kind of spitting, Trent. I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting here and I said to myself, this is a man that has great knowledge. The gods have blessed him dearly.
Well, thank you.
But the other point I wanted to make was about the Crocodile versus Brook.
Yes.
Listen, bro. If Crocodile was a female at one point in his life.
Oh my
He
gosh!
hit up
Don't do this,
Ivankov's secret club in 5.5. Yo, Brooke, all he gotta do is play some Jodeci and it's over, bro.
bruh.
Yo,
Brooke going. I'm telling you, Brooke wins that fight. I'm telling you. And I think I forgot to mention the fact that can't he use his little soul thing?
maybe.
I forgot what the attack was called. I felt like if you don't have Haki to resist that, I feel like that's just. I mean,
Hmm. Hmm.
I just thought about that, but continue anyway. Sorry, this is a lot of.
No, you're good, Trent. I actually do have to cut you there because I got to get to the next caller and then wrap the stream up. But Trent, as always, man, it's a pleasure to hear from you, bro.
Man, it's a pleasure to be here as always.
Yeah, man, you summoned Lawrence, bro. It's crazy.
Hey, I know. I was hyped when I didn't know Lawrence was gonna be here.
Since he's dropping you off, you have to hear my take on that a little later.
All right.
All right. Have a
But
good
good
night,
to
bro.
hear from you.
All right. You too.
All right. It's gonna be our last caller of the day, guys. I do have to run. But Shadow Knight, you next. Terrence, you there? He's deafened. I don't know if he can hear me. Terrence, talk to me, man. Don't go out like this, bro. Don't do it. Terrence. Hate to see it. All right. But Law, it was a pleasure having you, bro. I was not expecting you to pull up on me, bro. If you in town, pull up to the crib. And we watching the game, having some pizza and wings. I told Larry to come. He said, nah, he ain't coming. You're gonna be all booed up and whatnot. But if you in the area, bro. Oh, Terrence here. Terrence, you gotta make it quick, bro. You slacking. Yep. Yeah, you're coming in choppy though. Terrence. Shadow, come on, man.
Check.
Ooh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, man. What's up?
Thank you. I'm for this one.
All right, try to make it quick. I do gotta wrap soon.
So, make it short and sweet. Hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Shanks is Luffy's true big bad.
Elaborate.
I think he groomed Luffy. Take him way back. I'm like lagging really hard. Oh, I get it. I got you. How about now? Can you hear me that?
Yeah, I can hear you. So you're saying Shanks is the real big bad of the series?
I think he's a real big bad for Luffy. I think he groomed Luffy. It was stated that he knew that the gum gum fruit wasn't the gum gum fruit. He knew that that fruit was the Nika God fruit. And him having that fruit and just having it so open for Luffy to get it doesn't make sense for someone of his character. When he lost his arm, that was on purpose. We got some history about Shanks. We know why he wanted to lose his arm. So that was just two birds with one stone. Lose his arm, make Luffy indebted to him for life. What we got here? I believe that you need to be a D to access the One Piece, and this is why he groomed Luffy. And he always shows up in the most critical times to bail Luffy out. When there's times that there's no way Luffy can get out, he always was there. And then when Luffy beat Kaido, he had a chance to go see Luffy because Luffy at this point, he definitely did his promise. He definitely got to the same level as him. So there's really no reason for him not to see him this time. But what he says no because of Atsumo, the barrier fruit, was acting a month under Luffy's name, which I felt like was a and his whole crew wanted to see Luffy, but he was the only one against it. However, at the same time when he awakened his devil fruit, he said it's time to go get the One Piece. He triggered that based off Luffy's accomplishment. So I believe that he's waiting for Luffy to open the door. That's when he's going to back.
Oh man, I don't think Oda got it in him to have Shanks backdoor Luffy in the end, bro. I just don't think that's how Oda writes. That would be the craziest long con ever. Law,
I think make him a cheat.
Lawrence, what you thinking, bro? I can't co-sign that, bro. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say I don't see Oda doing that. Because also too is like I'm thinking that so what about Shanks and his relationship with Roger? Right? He hears someone the whole statement where he hears someone saying having the same dream as his captain who he loves so dearly in Luffy, and then give him the trusted hat to Luffy to backdoor it. Because also too, he bet on Luffy is what he said. But for the statement you said that Shanks was there for to bail Luffy out every single time, the only real time I could even say that maybe is Marineford War, but it was just like it wasn't just Luffy; it was for other reasons, for Whitebeard to shut down the war, for Ace's death, and I guess you want to add Luffy in there too to bail out Luffy. Then that's kind of the only other real time, besides from the initial when he saved him when he was drowning. Because Wano, I don't think, yeah, they came, but I don't think that was necessarily bailing Luffy out. I feel like the Straw Hats and crew, like Luffy, Jinbei, Sanji, Zoro, all of them could have handled Green Bull, right? So I don't necessarily see that Shanks bailing him out every single time. And then also, too, Shanks made a statement to Green Bull about why you're so fearful of the generation, kind of showing where his support is. And the promise to like that he made with Luffy, right, is that you'll become when you surpass me, right, become greater than me. In that sense, it kind of points to becoming Pirate King. Then we'll see each other off, right? So I guess we'll understand that later on, like fully and extent what that means. As in, is that before Luffy becomes Pirate King or when he becomes Pirate King, are him and Shanks gonna have their bout or whatever? But it was like because what Luffy said, I'm a Roku greater than you and become Pirate King. And then Shanks goes, "You're gonna beat us out, huh?" Then he gives him the hat. You want you surpass us. So it's like it's not to be on the same level as Shanks. It's to surpass Shanks and his crew. And it's not just Luffy. It was Luffy and his crew. This is supposed to surpass Shanks and his crew, right? So all the stuff I've seen what Shanks is doing. So I'm thinking, I guess, what would be the reason why he would do that? You know, because even afterwards, and we got later on, Shanks saying that his goal was to become a layback pirate, and then things changed, right? Then he gathers his crew, whatever. So even when he was he cried with Roger and that stuff that he had his mind what he wanted to do, then goes to Mary Jo into this things, right? So what would be his purpose to, I guess, back support, raise Luffy up to be this person to take over the pirate and then take it from him? What would be the reason? I guess is what I'm missing out on.
I believe Shanks actually wants to One Piece, but he's unable to do it. And
Yeah,
he knew that early, and that's why he was so laid back. And then he was like, wait, I can have my own D. And he needs Luffy to be strong and have a strong crew. It's the only way he'll be able to make it to a milestone to even be able to open those gates for him.
Okay. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't think I agree on that one. But Terrence, I'm glad we got you in here. I gotta end the stream soon, so have a good night and like the stream, everybody.
I'm glad too. Thank you for everything. Glad I was able to get this. Just been this one on me for a while. Hope it's true, honestly, because I think it'd be like it is.
It'd be the wildest plot twist that we've had in the series, bro. I don't lie. But all right, man.
Y'all take care.
Too.
You too. It just made me think the whole time you have Shanks and Shamrock just plotting.
Yo, bro.
Like, yo, I did it, brother.
I
That'll
did
be
it.
so crazy. I did it. Like they want to take over.
That's
Like
so
they want to. It won't just be them to like forget Garlic. It's just Shanks and Shamrock. Like that's something we would want. I don't know if I would.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I can't. I don't think Oda got it in him. I don't think it would be good writing, to be honest. Honestly, like all this just to backdoor Luffy in the end. I don't know. That ain't it. That ain't it for me, bro.
No. Yeah.
All right. That's all our calls for today, guys. Thank you so much for everybody that stuck around. Everybody that enjoyed this. We love doing these call-in streams. I'd love to have Lawrence and Lionel on for more of these. So good, dope cameo. Lawrence, pull up earlier next time. I know people would love to hear your thoughts and takes on a lot of these things.
Facts.
Yeah, bruh. I know sometimes Larry's busy editing and things. Like, I'd love to have y'all because when they do this, they do want to hear from all of us. All right, so would definitely love to have you guys on more. It's gonna be Tuesdays for the call-in, so you guys can't duck with the Wednesday meetings. All right, you got free time Tuesday nights. All right.
Lawrence is regretting coming on now because you just saying
Airing him
all
out.
of it. You probably should just let it rock.
Oh man, he need to know. He need to know. The streets need him, bro. They want him. They want to see and hear from him too. Because otherwise,
Listen, bro,
it's
they're
just
trying to better themselves. You know what I'm saying?
otherwise it's just me in here trolling. Me in here theory crafting and agreeing to nonsense. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I did. But yeah. Have a good night, everyone. I'm gonna end the stream now because I gotta prep for this next game for people coming over. But y'all be safe, happy holidays and all that, whatever you guys celebrate, and stay warm. It's cold as hell.